Here we go. Hey, brother, you're number one. So first thing I'm gonna do is drive around for a minute, see if I can find some suspending fish. I got a new crankbait from Monster Bass that I am, there's my Monster Bass bag right there, that I am going to throw around first. I got some new depth charges. I got the black one on right here. That's from Monster Bass. That's what they call them, is a depth charge. You know, we all got to have our own name for the same thing. Yeah, brother. So they should ship out Monday or Tuesday. And as soon as they send me the confirmation or the tracking numbers, I'll send them to you. Shoot, I need to do a standing thing that if we ever get 200 people in the group, no matter what, I don't care if I just did a giveaway, we'll do a giveaway. Make sure y'all double tap that screen. Let's get some more people up in here. Hey, Barbie. Doing good? How are you? K-Pup, what's up? So I got some new goodies from Monster Bass, and I just kind of couldn't resist. I was like, I got to come back out here, even if it's just for a couple hours. If I see reason to go top water, I will, but I'm not going to push the issue. This is a really cool little, I forget the name of it too, little crankbait. It goes like 8 to 10. Oh, but I said I need to make a standing thing that anytime we get 200 people in here and as many likes as possible, that I just do a giveaway, even if I just did one the day before. But supposedly they say that there's a chip that makes these make the sound of the bait that it's painted like. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand the concept, but I don't. For an $8 lure, I don't see how it has a chip in there. I don't see any kind of electronics. There's nothing to charge. I don't really know if it's just it's got like a, I don't know, just something in there to. All right, well, and then of course right there I got two fish there all over the top. I'll throw my crankbait over there. I have not caught a trout yet. I haven't caught a trout in years. Not since I lived in Florida. But this is a little bass pattern on this one. Down here in the south, the two things that seem to have the best luck are bluegill and bass patterns, is what I've found anyway. So, best luck I have. But I definitely want to do the depth charge. I want to give that another go, or the koi key things. And doesn't feel like it's got a whole lot of action though, this thing. But it goes down 8 to 10 feet, so, and that's why I wanted to definitely get it for over here by the dam. But we just had some rain, and I'm like, well, I'm taking advantage of the fact that it cooled off a little bit. Of course, by the time I got back out here, it's already back up in the 90s, so. But I want to give this stuff a try. Yeah, there's bluegill in here. You tell your grandpa that he's my people. That's my kind of people right there. Yeah, there's definitely bluegill in here. Let me get up this over, I can see it real quick. Trevor, yeah, there's bluegill. I only caught one though. It was a pretty nice sized one. Caught it just the other day. I was actually fishing for crappie. Had a crappie bait on here because I was told that there are crappie in here, and I had a little crappie jig, and I caught a bass and a bluegill, no crappie. And I was like, well, all right, never mind then. I'm done with that. Too foolery. with no lighter. Jake boy, what's up? Nathan, how's it going? Oh yeah, I'd definitely use it for bait. Nathan, what's up? Tell us, Nathan. We don't want to miss it. 23 bluegill, nice. All right, Jake boy, yeah, let me get this in. I got a new box in for Monster Bass. Well, I say box, they send bags. And I'll show you my lineup real quick. Let me get this back in here. Going for the long cast. So this is a 8 to 10 foot diving little crankbait. It's got a bass color to it, which I like those. Those and bluegill, like I said a minute ago, those are the ones that seem to do the best around here. I'll just let that sit out there for a second. I got their Monster Bass's depth charge. I got 2 of those. I got this one and a white one. Then I got the reddish brown one that I was doing yesterday. I have a free rig set up with their Yamacraw. It's a green weenie is actually the name of it, which probably what I would have named it. And let's see here. I also got a free rig set up with a big black worm. Now, I guess 10-inch worm. I think it's funny because during the live yesterday we were talking about those, and for real, your rod melted? Hey, Hillbilly, what's up? Arizona Outdoors, how's it going? Yeah, perch and bluegill are great for live bait. I just don't use live bait. I'm not against it. I mean, if I catch something, I'm like, I might want to throw it on there. It might be something along those lines, but I'm not going to. I don't go out purposely using live bait just because of the simple fact that means I got to go to the store. I got to put extra time trying to catch it or something like that. I just like to get out and just throw and go, because sometimes it's just a matter of I'm fishing on my way home from work and just kind of doing a reset before I get home. Some people like to get home and kick the dog and stuff. Not me. I like to, go fishing for a little bit. SWC, what's up? That's so crazy. I was gonna come out a little bit earlier, but I was working on a song, and then when I sent it into the publisher and submitted it, I realized I had another song I wrote a couple months ago and I totally forgot about. And I remember now because I was gonna wait another week to put it out because I just put out 2 other songs. So I went and got those all finished working on that one called Catfishing, and then Redneck Real Estate's the other one that I wrote a few months ago. So we got those out. We got those to the publisher, so those should go live soon. Yes, the edit bar was in the way. So I did not see your name. You were actually the one on the bottom. But because I told the other gentleman that he won, I kept my word and I made sure you both got one. Because it was my mistake, and if I make a mistake, I make it right. And I'm not afraid to say I was wrong. I'm not afraid to say I did something. I was a dummy. If I was, I was. It's just a matter of fact. Let's just throw it out there. Let's fix it. And that's what we did. Thank you, Barbie. I really, really do appreciate that. Like I said, I use AI to make the music, but the songs are stories from my life, and I actually I do write them. And like I was telling your husband, I get ill when people use AI to make music, and they want to claim it as their own. And I feel like that's trying to take something away from the musicians who actually perform, because they have a talent that should be respected by everybody, because everybody can't do it. And I don't want to take anything away from anybody. I just have my stories, and like one song I had, Calling in Well, I've had that in my head for 20 years. Oop. And I finally found a way to get it out there. I couldn't get it out there any other way. Yeah, I bet I would have been so mad when my poles melt, and especially these poles, because Look, I know I'm a KastKing ambassador, so you think I'd have a little bit of bias, but I'm an ambassador because I've been bugging them for over a year. I just love their products. And so if one of mine melted, I mean, it would just hurt. It would straight up hurt my feelings, if nothing else, because I have pushed them so much with everybody, even before I was an ambassador. You know, I don't really get a whole lot from them now. But the main thing is I get a discount code that I can give my friends and family. That's the main thing. So yeah, we're gonna try a few different areas. I'm gonna try not to switch up too much. All right, what's up? I'm glad we got 52 people already. That's awesome. I'm gonna catch y'all a fish. Many of y'all please hit the like, double tap the screen for me. I really would appreciate that. Let's get some people up in here. I was just kidding earlier. Drone drop. If 200 in here, 200 people in a chat at a time, which I don't expect to happen. So, you know, that makes it, you know, a safe bet for me. I'll do a giveaway every time we get 200 people if it's every day. Little Hawkeye, what's up? You subbed and liked. Thank you so much. You know, if you do you make content? If you do, or if you don't, if you comment on one of my shorts, I will get that notification, because I don't get notifications when people sub, and it really makes me mad. I think YouTube needs to fix that. They need to do a better job with that. And but I will definitely sub back if you leave me a comment, so that way I can find you. And that goes to everybody else as well. "62 people, that is amazing. You guys are great. I appreciate y'all so much." They yeah, let's get some likes. We get some more people in here. That'd be really great. I don't know if all y'all heard it or not, but I posted sent 2 more songs to my publisher. They're gonna be going live soon, so they should. I mean, when I say soon, it should be in the next couple hours. Catfishing and redneck real estate. All right, I'm seeing something over there. It keeps rippling the water. I'm gonna go check that out real quick. See if it'll stay up there for me. Whatever it is, kind of big. I kind of like to get it in the kayak. Well, maybe not in the kayak, because it seems like the last 15 fish I caught, I've dropped them in the kayak. I'm waiting for one to pop me from underneath. I keep going on my seat. Well, it's doing good because of y'all. That's you know, it's definitely doing good. Oklahoma, all right. Noodles catfish. That's funny. Actually, you know who Hannah Barra is? Hannah Barron. I actually mentioned her in the catfishing song because of all the noodling she does. Arizona, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Red Bear 1, that's cool. This is your first time in here? I don't recall seeing you before. I try to have a good memory of everybody, but you know, I'm getting old, so you know. PB for bass is something 5.09. Okay, good. There's some fish over here. Good deal. Yeah, definitely subscribe, and we'll subscribe back. You're in a good community. If you like fishing and all that, you're in a really, really good community right now. I mean, we've got everyone in here. They support each other. And we all like to go live, and we, like I said, we that's it. Definitely. I didn't think I remembered your name, and definitely talking about canoodling, I would remember that. Mine's 10 pounds. That's crazy. People can fish their whole lives and not catch a 10 pounder, and that's awesome. You already got that. Is so cool. I have doubled up on the Chapo though. That was pretty dope. So there we go, right there. I don't know what that is. All right, it's definitely a bass. I see a bass, and it's actually not a big one though, but it is. Let's see if it wants to eat a baby bass. All right, very cool. 8 pounds. That's great. That's so good. I have one that I know is at least 6 pounds, But the problem is I didn't have a scale at that time. I went and bought it that day because my buddy said, nah, it's only 3 pounds. I was like, no, that's at least 6 pounds. It's got to be. He's like, nope, you didn't have a scale. It's officially 3 pounds. I said, okay, well, I'm going to get a scale. Well, actually, I ordered it. I ordered a Cast King scale that day. Yeah, we need to have that fish on. Yeah, man, I'm right there. I'm just a little bit ahead of you. I just turned 52. We're going to try to corky over here since we got fish swimming around. I was hoping this deep diving crankbait would be good over here. This is like the deep spot over here, and there's no vegetation. But I had used a little Koiki thing the other day for the first time, and it made me sick. So it's probably a good 4 pounder, and it got off right at, oh crap, y'all up to 91. I may have to give something away if we do. Seriously, like I said, I'll keep my word. If we get up to 200, I'll do another giveaway. Fisherman, cool. All right, well, hey, stick around. We got, like I said, we got a real good community in here. A lot of good folks, and they're kind of deep. I may need to go with that worm or that crawl down there. I'm trying to sight fish right now. I got one that keeps hitting the surface. All right, well, that one just hit the Koiki twice. Well, I'll give away another combo if I get 200 people in here. I can't believe it. We jumped up to almost 100 people within 15 minutes. That's awesome. I'd love to see that. That means there's a lot of people who love fishing. And a few people scrolling through, but so we got a real good community here. And I will tell y'all, not right now, but here in a little bit, if you don't mind, check out the releases tab on my channel, and check out the music. Like I said, I just released a couple more. I'm waiting for my publisher to go ahead and send them out, and they send them out to all streaming platforms. So I'm streaming in like 35 countries, and which I think is super cool for someone with no talent. And but it's and I'm on all streaming platforms, but that it always goes to YouTube first because that's just easiest. Man, that's awesome. We were talking about how expensive kayaks get the other day in here yesterday. You know, they get real expensive. That's really not a bad deal. All right, so I got a bunch of fish going below me right here. It is cool. So they are moving around. We just had a nasty rainstorm, and I'm like, I'm taking advantage of that, y'all. Red-beard one just a fool in here. Come on. I need some of these bass to get hungry. Oh, one just hit it. They made me stand up. I don't like standing up much because I got vertigo. Yeah, because it hit it only a few feet down. And I'm in 12 feet of water right now, so. The real fishing? I'm in Alabama. I'm in central Alabama. I'm about 31 minutes northeast of Birmingham, to be exact. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw this little Koiki out there. I'm gonna let it sink. But I'm gonna throw this big black worm. So this is one of the things I got from Monster Bass. The BBW, y'all. Big black worm. I got it on a free rig. We're gonna see how that does. I was suggested to get some, and I think it's funny that my Monster Bass monthly thing came in yesterday. Yeah, I'm in Bama. No, I'm like in the middle, like north of Birmingham, but I'm like in the middle of the state. Ah, Rooster, what's up? Well, you caught the big black worm joke? Well, we do that in here. That is awesome. I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate y'all double tapping that screen. That helps out the channel. Really trying to grow it. You know, I started doing it all because of trying to get my music out there, and then I started doing more of the fishing thing. And I love fishing, and I love being around people who love fishing. And ironically, that's who comes in and watches fishing. But yeah, we have a pretty good. We're just playing. You're probably nasty. Yeah, no asking to be mod. All these people have been my friends for a while now, and so you know, we don't just let anybody be a mod. You know, because if you have everyone moderating everybody, yeah, it's gets out of hand. No, I didn't miss anything. I got a hit on the little koiki. No, it's okay. If you don't ask, you don't know. So that you're perfectly fine. Don't be sorry for asking. All right. See, we're probably gonna be going top water here in a minute because these fish are getting on my nerve. I'm like addicted. So y'all that have just recently just come in first time, I have like a serious problem with top water. I'm like seriously addicted to it, and like if it was up to me, I'd sit here and just throw top water the whole time, even if they're not biting. I just the for the chance. I'm not sold on it either, but it's yeah, I had that 4-pounder on it the other day, but even with the really cool hooks I got that are made for it, yeah, I'm gonna try the crawl. I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. If it's just me out here by myself, okay, that's fine. You know, I can do what I want like that. But you know, I got all y'all in here too. I mean, you're not looking at me just trying to just make some ripples in the pond. I mean, that's cool, and that's one of my songs, by the way. But if let me give that crawl a try. You're right. I'm gonna go with that ABC. You're right. All right, Hawkeye. Well, I appreciate you stopping in. Definitely, man. And I mentioned the being an ambassador for Cast King. If anyone wants to go to Cast King and order anything, let me know. I'll give you a discount code. You get the friends and family code. Stupid mono. Yeah, I ordered me some red braid for the Patriot. They're already off the beds now. Hey, Real, didn't see you come in, brother. Hey, y'all follow Real before he leaves. Y'all need to check him out. He's gonna probably go live here in a minute. I don't mind sharing if y'all want to go check him out. He gets out there in the river, and he's actually going to a pond that's got some nasty big fish in it. Yeah, everything's off beds by now. I'll leave that quickie out there. Just let it floating around. But I'm gonna just if I keep seeing stuff doing. I got the one thing that was a top water in my bag for monster bass, and I guess I would try that because that way keeping with the whole monster bass thing. Hey, Real, before you go, check see if my song went live yet. I think you'll like it. Yeah, I know there's a lay down right there. I probably just landed right on top of it. But that's where we want to be, right? I drifted over here and there's no fish swimming under me over here. I have to go back over yonder. Put some juice on these claws too. That'd probably help a little bit. I appreciate that, man. I definitely do. I do have the good worm, the big worm. I actually just got done throwing it for a minute. I just got here. I put it on a free rig. I had some fish over here. I'm getting ready to go back to that lay down and see how that goes. I got 2 new corkies in the monthly thing. I got a black one and a white one. Those seem to be the 2 colors that they like the most. But I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna try it's the Yama Crawl on a free rig. I want you to know I've been paying attention. Appreciate you, Real. Woohoo! Yeah, we just had a rainstorm, and I was hoping to drop the temperature of the water. And we got down to 78. I was like, all right, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. So I ran back out here. It's already back up in the 90s, and I'm like, yeah, that's not what I was expecting. All right, Real, we'll see you, man. I'm not gonna be out here too much longer, so I'll probably catch you if you're going live. Yeah, see, I didn't get a good hook set the other day. Hey, I'm in Central Alabama. I'm probably not gonna be live no more than a couple hours. At the very most. As far as getting good at bait casters, it just takes practice. Learn how to dial it in, and then go from there. All right, so now Josh and I got these on a free rig today. Hey, Kelly. Well, then you're in the right spot then. Ah. So this one right here is the Yama Crawl, Yamakatsu or whatever. And I got it up. I got it on a free rig. because when I went to the store, I forgot to get the pegs. Let me get closer to that tree. There we go. That's right in it. Yeah, I'm really happy with the view count. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the likes. If y'all don't mind, double tap that screen for me. I hate asking, but it does help out the channel, and I'm trying to get it growing. Y'all check out my music underneath my releases tab too. Not right now though. Not right now. Just y'all hang with me. Yeah, that Koiki, were you on yesterday when I had that one on there? It's probably about a 4-pounder. Got it right up to the boat and it just jumped out and just spit it. I was trying to wear it out a little bit before I got it up here, but that was a mistake. I probably should have powerhoused it. But I know now. Sam, what's up? Yeah, definitely, Josh. Man, you have good luck if you go. Yeah, I hope so too, bud. So everyone, just knowing, wow, 101 people, man, that's so cool. Please double tap that screen for me. That'd be awesome. That'd be like my most likes I've ever gotten. Definitely the most amount of people I've had in here. But I did a giveaway yesterday, and I one gentleman won, but when I got home, I realized I looked at the screen and it had, when I pulled it up, it had my edit bar at the bottom, and I didn't see ABC. ABC's Better name was actually the winner, and I didn't realize that, so I ended up just giving both of them a combo. But ABC definitely won one, and I'm pretty happy about that. Hey, they'll be here for the next giveaway, hopefully. I'm not kidding. If I get 200 people in the room, I don't care if I just gave one away yesterday. I'll give it away again today. Like I said, y'all double tap the screen, they'll get more people in here. That's what that, sharing and commenting. Yeah, man. Like I said, you want it fair and square. Lone Star Fishing, what's up? Yo. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna put some juice on the claws. Yeah, I like that red, but I'm gonna be happy when I get red braid to put on that thing. I'm just not a mono fan, in case anyone's wondering. And it's really because it just gets so hot here. I usually leave 3 or 4 rods in my truck. And yeah, that is a line in one of my songs. But it's because it's true. But the mono always gets such bad memory on it because the trucks get so hot. Yeah, I didn't put the whole thing in. I just put the claws in. I don't know, any of y'all use the dip and glow? I'll tell you right now, put the lid on it tight. Don't let it spill in your truck. Unless you really like garlic. Or are terrified of vampires, one or the other. You don't get it on your fingers either because you'll have stains. Well, I tell you what, Lone Star, do me a favor. Go ahead and sub up for me. But leave me a comment on one of my shorts. And I say that because I don't ever get notifications for my new subscribers. But you leave me a comment on one of my shorts, just like, hey, fat boy, what's up? I don't care what you leave. And I'll make sure I sub back for you. Help you get some numbers up. And you're in a good spot because really we are like a community up in here. A lot of us, we go in there, we support each other. Like my TV actually at home right now is watching Real Outdoors 42. And just because it's helping this channel out, I'm all about, we try to help each other out because that's what we're supposed to do, right? No, I ain't putting it on my finger. I'll never get it off. My guys at work will make fun of me again. What song did you listen to, if you don't mind me asking, Nathan? Accelerate, what's up? No, no, no. The package is coming from Cast King, and the combo is coming from Cast King. And I said, told you I was going to send you that lure just because Monster Bass sent me the lure, and I already have 3 of them, and I was going to just give it away. And you're like, hey, let me get it. And I'm like, okay. So you get it. Yeah, I'm like going to probably go with top water. I'm not digging the, I don't know. I ain't got much time. So I don't know. We should go with the Chapo. Sounds good to me. I'm not a whopper plopper guy. Oh, we're not doing it on this one though. I'm gonna do it on my braid. Worms and top water. I just gotta use a braid on them. Which one do we want to use? We use this one over here. Because that crankbait wasn't doing it for me. So I had a bunch of people asking me about these pliers the other day, and I thought they were made out of something else, but they are made out of aluminum. Ooh, those things are sharp. I'd be mad if they weren't, right? I don't know. I don't hear no extra sound. The definition said, the description for that said that whatever painted scheme is on those, it actually makes the sound of that type of fish. And I'm gonna have to kind of call that one as I don't really believe that. Nope. Hold on. There we go. We're at the top waters. We're going with the black one because once I started using that one, they didn't want the other ones anymore. Come here. This one is the one I doubled up on a couple weeks back. I got a short of it. Hold on a second. I can't see my screen, so if y'all say something, I'm going to miss it. I apologize. I don't like ignoring anybody. So, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, siete, 7, I think ocho, and do the hole and back around. All right, cool. Oh, I'm sorry, Nathan. I missed it. What song did you listen to, brother? All right. So I'm gonna go back over to a little shallow area, and we did have a bass being a little aggressive over here. I'm gonna go see if he's still bouncing around up top. Give you a little preview of the facilities here. So we got some runoffs when it rains. There's one I'm pointing at right there, and there's one I'm pointing at over this way. And they, whenever it rains, those runoffs, the fish kind of congregate over there. Let's see if we can't give them something to bite on. Love ain't easy. Yeah, it's definitely not. You know, a lot of people say marriage is a 50-50 program, and it's not. It's a 100 and 100 program. If you ain't giving 100%, you ain't doing it right. Sometimes you gotta give 110 so your partner can back off a little bit. Yeah. All right. So just for the record, I'm not singing them. I'm just writing them. I have. If you look at my second album, I got 2 albums. The first one is "If You Know, You Know," and that was kind of a little bit of a joke. But the second one was my youngest son told me. He said, "Dad," he said, it's crazy." He said, "You're a fat white guy." I'm not really a fat guy. I am white, but and he's like, and with 0 talent, and people still really like your music. I don't get it. You know, because like his friends at school were like, "Hey, your dad's doing this. This is awesome." But I have 0 musical talent. I just had songs in my head for like 20 years, and then technology is to where anybody can make music now. And I mean, I hate to say it like that, but I don't want to take anything away from the actual musicians because I'm not one. I really have no talent when it comes to that, but those stories are my life. The first one that I wrote, it was about my, that was, it just kind of came out. It was real personal. It was about my daughter. And hold on a second, my neck tank's coming off. And about the day I got the call that She was molested, and I just left work. But I was like, hey, I can get this stuff off my chest. I can just kind of open it up, and it's like just stories of my life. And like pretty much all the love songs, those are about my. I mean, all of them are about my wife, and I have a great wife. And then, but my thing is, I get mad at the people who use AI to make music, and they want to take all the credit for it. And it's like, no, 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 you can't do that. There's people who actually have a talent that deserve that, and you're trying to take that from them, and that makes me really mad. But the music is good. I like it. I think a buddy of mine was like, I'm not listening to AI music, and I'm like, yeah, just so you know, I mean, a lot of people in the industry are already using it, so we already lost that fight. So it is what it is. I know that my brother-in-law, the company he works for, they fired 30,000 employees so they could hire 80 to put on their AI team. And 80,000, not 80. So we've lost the fight to AI a long time ago. Man, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And Nathan, I appreciate that, man. It's been 20 years. Old boy's still in prison. He kept saying, I can't believe they're doing this to me, talking about my ex-wife and my daughter. I don't know why they're blaming me and trying to make up stories. I've been nothing but good to them. And the arresting police officer, who I'm actually still friends with now, said, all right, okay, well, let's just keep cool heads about this. The dad's on his way up here. They were in Ohio. I'm here in Alabama. My trolling motor's not cooperating with me. Technical difficulties. And he said, when the dad gets here, because he didn't know my name, he just knew I was on my way up there. He said, we can discuss it then. And old boy was like, whoa, Jason's on his way up here? And he's like, is that the dad? And he's like, yeah, that's the dad. And he's like, he's on his way up here? He goes, yeah, he's probably in Kentucky by now, which is right behind Ohio. And he's like, all right, give me a second. He wrote out a full confession. And that was, like I said, 20 years ago this year. And he's still in prison. So, and he'll be there for the rest of his life. He waved it right, and they're like, well, why change your heart? And he's like, I'll never see the sun come up again. And that was accurate. And I think that would be accurate for any dad. So, hey, what's up? Hey, Barb. Yeah, it is. It's tough. But the good thing is, my daughter's good. They called us last year. He was up for parole, and they're like, they called me, and they're like, we're going to give your daughter a call. Just giving you a heads up. And I'm like, okay. She's like, you're welcome to come up here with her if she wants to come up here. And I said, well, go ahead and give her a call. I let them call her, and, they gave me a heads up. I thought that was funny, but she said, they said, well, you can come up here for the parole hearing, and you can look him in the face. And, of course, he'd be on a camera, but, and you can tell him whatever you want to tell him. And she's like, give me a little bit to think about it. And they gave us like 7 or 8 months, heads up. And she called him back. She said, no, I have nothing to say to him. But, she's married now. She's got 2 beautiful children. She got a little boy. She just had a little girl. Wonderful husband. And, great support system. And just, we're all happy. So, and he can just rot there. That's what he deserved. That's what those people deserve. I actually hit the police officer that the day I went down to the jail because I saw him. He was like behind like 6 doors. And they had like that safety glass with the metal in it and stuff. And I'm like, I knew I wasn't getting through that, so I just turned around and hit the police officer, the arresting police officer. And he said, you're not going in there, Jason. Dude was 6'8". I didn't do nothing to him. So it wasn't as impressive as it sounds. But yeah, there's, like I said, so I got a bunch of stories, and I just put them in songs. And except Kings of the Valley, there's a couple of them like that. That was just me being fun. That's a song about me and my dog, but like I said, I just have a lot of fun with it. Sorry if I ran my mouth a little bit too much. Didn't mean to do that. We're gonna go try the other inlet because they are obviously not over here. And I'll see if we can't get some top water action going. So yeah, I'm an open book. One of my songs is called "Just a Storyteller," and it's just letting everyone know. I'm just want to be honest with everybody. I'm not, like I said, I can't stand the people who are going to lie to you. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's moral. Kind of like I made a mistake with the giveaway the other day. I made it right. I immediately, once I saw it, I was like, oh, I can't believe I did that. I'm a dummy. And I made a post about it and just made sure everybody knew it was up and up and up. And now it's behind us and everyone's happy and it's all good. So I'm happy, they're happy. So it should be in the mail tomorrow. Those should go get sent out either tomorrow or Tuesday. So this point right here is usually pretty good to me, but I'm gonna kind of go right past it for right now. I'll kind of troll going past it. Y'all, for real, I can't tell you how much I do appreciate y'all coming in and subbing and liking the thing and double tapping the screen and whatnot. I actually made a post earlier this morning. When I woke up, I realized I had hit 2,000 people, subscribers that joined the community. And one, couldn't have done it without y'all. But the other thing is, I just never thought that would happen. I was really excited, to where I could, get just get to where I could start posting and doing lives. I may have to go to the Whopper, or not the Whopper, but the, what's the one called, y'all? The PB Crawler, that's it. Can't believe I forgot the name of it. And the one thing I do hate is there are so many people in here. I know I missed a lot of comments, and I hate that because I do try to engage with everybody personally. And if I did miss anything, I'm terribly, terribly sorry. And don't leave me. Don't give up on me yet. PV, that's it. We missed you, Hawk. Are you going fishing day? That's awesome. There you go. Thanks, Nathan. I appreciate that. All right, I just heard one jump. So back here is real shallow. And usually I can stand up in my kayak and just see bass all in here. But the last couple of days I've been back here, just really hadn't been a whole lot. Yesterday morning, there was a bunch of dogs running around, which I'm a dog person, so I wasn't really mad. But they were running around back here, and they're having a good old time in the water, so I think they scared a lot of fish away, so hopefully they came back. If they did, we'll see in a minute. Because between the Chapo and the PB Crawler, they'll hit it. And the Pad Daddy frogs, but I don't have any of them back out here with me. I started organizing my stuff. Oh, I think I mentioned earlier too that I'm an ambassador with Cast King now. They finally had pity on me and let me become an ambassador. I mean, really all that means is you can use my link and I get credit for y'all coming and checking it out. But then I have a discount code that y'all can get a 10% discount with. So I call it the Friends and Family. So, and y'all friends and family, so there you go. Because, like, I know one thing that we do talk about on these lives a lot is, we get more support from our people that we meet online than we do from our friends and family. Come on, I know you're over there. I know you are. Got a couple of rocks right here. There's usually bass around there. They like to ambush stuff from over there around those. Need to keep an eye on the rest of the lake too, because I want to see those. There were some bass that were hitting the top when I first got here, out in the middle. Which, I know usually you don't want to do the middle, but my PB came with the Screaming Chapo in the middle. So this lake has, usually the top water is like an all-day thing, every day. But this summer it's been kind of rough for every kind of fishing. And I'm hoping the bite's been picking up. I caught a 4-pounder the other day. I had a 4-pounder just get off my hook yesterday morning, which made me sick. I mean, it got that close and jumped, and I mean, I could have almost leaned out and caught the dang thing. And had I been quick enough, I would have. Think I would. Say I won't. But so I'm hoping I just had a fish come up right there next to where I just threw. So that's good. So I'm hoping the bite's picking back up. We had a lot of dinks that were biting, but it seems like the bigger ones are starting to bite. There are big bass in here. There's a lot of little ones, but there's big ones too. And there is one in here that hit that was so big it just destroyed my chatterbait. I had never been hit that hard in freshwater, and I used to do a lot of saltwater fishing when I lived in Florida, and I've had big bites down there, but nothing like that in freshwater. It was cool. I'll give this a few more tries, and if it don't work, I'm gonna put the PB crawler on. If y'all have never seen the PB crawler, y'all like it. I sent Real Outdoors, who was on a little bit earlier. I sent him one, and he loved it. He sent a couple out, so we're just sharing them all with everybody. Hey everybody, sorry. Hey Brian. Oh good, you do get the notifications? Cool. The white PB crawler, yeah. I stole the wing off the darker one. You know, I got 4 more PB crawlers coming in from different colors, and I really don't think color really matters a whole lot on top water. I usually just stick pretty much to black and white, and but they had a chrome one. I wanted that, and then they had a black one. It was a different company actually. They had one that was black and orange, and I wanted that one too. But yeah, the PB crawler, I mean, you can leave it. Like I was sitting here the day I cast it out and I stopped to do something. I look out and the fish was hitting it. You know, that's what happens with the PB crawler. It's crazy little water. It resembles a dragonfly. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on when I get this in here. Oh look, it came in pretty quick. This is actually my favorite reel right here too. It's the ALTI by KastKing. It's got an aluminum body, and it's got a titanium spool, so it doesn't backlash, because it doesn't have as much. I mean, it does backlash if you're an idiot like I can be every time, but you tell me it can't backlash, I'll prove you wrong. But it doesn't get as much inertia, so it doesn't backlash as much. And this one's become my favorite one. Really, 61. Wow, that's cool. Thanks, y'all. Colin, what's up? Skeeter. Oh, gorilla. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I have not tried that one yet. I am gonna try the PB crawler first, because, well, it's the PB crawler. And I'm gonna put it on this one because, like, this is my favorite reel, especially for the smaller stuff. Yeah, I was throwing a 1/8 or 1/16 weight with it the other day, and then I turned around and I was throwing quarter ounce weight with it. So ABC keeps talking about using this one right here. It's a pretty neat little bait. It's called the Hellraiser. I got 3 of them. This one's got the bigger hooks on it. So if this one doesn't produce, I will do that one for you, ABC, I promise. So anyways, that's what he was talking about earlier. He's got one of those coming in the mail. I'm sending him one. I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. I try to share my stuff with people. Like I said, if we're going to be a community, I try to treat it like such. Everyone else does too, and I like that. Like I said, if you do content, you're in good company because, you know, make sure everyone in here knows, and they'll support you. They'll. We had someone in here said that they only had 11. By the time they left, they had like 25 new, you know, people, and it's just because that's what we do. We just kind of support each other a little bit. So, all right. So let me show you the action on this, and then I'm going to move to a different spot since I've just been making all this racket over here. But throw it out there. Just let it sit there for a sec. Just bring it in. Do it fast. You can do it slow. You can pause. You can just crank it in, burn it in. It don't matter. If there's any fish right there, they're going to get it. Now I just need to see where they're blowing up at. I mean, I can sit there and sight fish with this thing. As soon as I find them, I can cast it. So I was doing the other day when I caught that 4-pounder. I was like over here. I saw on the other side of the lake that one kept ambushing stuff up there by the shore. So I went up there and cast it over there where I saw it. And second cast, it just killed it. I mean, when I say killed it, it did. It broke it. I had to fix it. I had to put a Band-Aid on it. Hey, ABC, can you do me a favor? Slurry, what's up? Chase, how's it going? Could you just just drop out of my live real quick and just go see if catfishing or redneck real estate has gone live on underneath my releases tab? It'll be up top if it did, and then come back on over and let me know. My publisher should have it. And like I said, the good thing about YouTube is when you put something out there, it goes quick. Oh, let me show you something else why I really like this reel. I was talking about the different weights that I was throwing on it the other day. Thank y'all so much for those likes. I appreciate it. At the beginning of my live today, I was joking around. I said, if I get 200 people in here, I'll do a giveaway every time I get 200 people. I don't care if it's every day. And we hit 101. And so I got a little worried, but I'll keep my word on that. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I got ADHD so bad, it's something awful. Nathan, all right, cool. Man, I appreciate that subscription. And that's the whole thing, is about making this grow. But I'll tell you, I don't get all my notifications, which aggravates me, and YouTube needs to do something better with that. So if you would just, after you watch me just wet this stuff up a little bit, go to like one of my shorts and leave a comment. It'll give me a notification. Hey, come on, everybody, ride the train. I can't help it. And then I'll definitely subscribe back. So that's what I like about it. I mean, this is actually the second reel. The MGTI is the other one with the titanium spool. This is the first one I had that I could actually cast without using my thumb. This is the second. I like this one better. One, it's $100 cheaper. And the only two differences, no, not that one. This one has a magnesium housing and then a titanium spool. This one has the aluminum housing and the titanium spool. But look at the difference in the star drags. I paid $100 more for a star drag. It gets in my way. I know I'm not supposed to talk bad about anything, but I don't like it because the way I hold my my reel, like when I had the that bite on the koiki yesterday, this little sea urchin thing, it my drag was way out of whack. I never have my drag that loose, but I did. Of course, I recovered my drag pretty quick because it was such a big star drag. I'll give it that. But like this one, it doesn't get in the way. I have an easier time moving this. I got big fingers, so moving that lock, I had a hard time with the other one. So, but like I said, use my discount code. You get a 10% discount on them too. It hasn't yet? All right. Reels live? All right. Look, I don't mind if y'all go check out Reel. Real Outdoors 42. Y'all want to go support him too? That's cool. Super good dude. He has good content. And I know he's at his monster pond tonight, which I'm telling you, he messed up by giving me his address. I'm going to show up one day and we're going to the monster pond. My wife's like, you can't get off work long enough to go. I'm like, I'll drive to Arkansas, drive back and go to work. I ain't scared. But yeah, I know I'm kidding, obviously. But he's definitely a good person. He has his kids out there involved. His kids show him up all the time. I like that. They putting on a clinic all the time. I had to look because I had it behind my phone and I couldn't even see it. I didn't know if it backlashed or not. So like I said, I feel confident with it. That's why it's become my favorite one. And I got it on a crankbait rod, and I use this crankbait for top water because it's the smaller stuff. I like how well it casts it. All right, let me go find some fish. This ain't working for me. So my setup is I got a 10-foot Pelican kayak. I traded a gun for it and another one years back, and well, a little over a year ago. And my son decided he didn't really care for fishing, so we got rid of his. But I've been kind of like patchworking this thing together, putting stuff on it here and there. I got my depth finder, and I got my little bar right here with a table. I got outriggers. I got a 62-pound thrust trolling motor, which I know is way heavier than I need for a kayak or anything. Me and my buddy had a 52-pound thrust for a big old 20-foot pontoon boat, and it worked just fine. Really hoping after that rainstorm we're gonna have a little bit more activity out here, so I'm a little disappointed, but it is what it is. This is the big dog area right here. Right here, either I get a dink or I get a hoss. This is where I got my lure broke the other day. But I saw him from back where I was just at. I saw him going up there by the shore. All right, so there's some over here. That's what I was missing a second ago. So let's see if we can't get one to go after that dragonfly. I had 4 dragonflies land on my head yesterday, so that helps. They're out here, so the fish are looking for them. I think one thing I like about top water, I don't really got to be watching it. Just wait till you want to wait till you have the feel for it anyway. You don't want to go by sight. You want to wait till you feel that tug before you set the hook. And there's been so many times, like I said, I got ADHD and I'm all over the place. There's been so many times I wasn't even watching. I was looking off in the woods because I heard something, like a squirrel or something, a little bird. Hate squirrels, but I think all hunters hate squirrels. But I'll just feel a tug and I set the hook. I'm like, boop. See, that one rolled one time. I just boop, fixed it. I don't consider one time backlash, so. That's the only place I'm really seeing the fish are in the deep area, and I really don't want to be out there, but if that's where they're going to be, that's where I'm going to have to go. I like getting over here by these laydowns. There's usually good fish over here. You're getting a couple beeps on the radar, but that's about it. Gas over there in front of those laydowns. Go across and see if I can't pull something out of there. I ain't got no wind. Of course, it's hot as all get out. and muggy. Well, I hate it. I'm gonna have to find the fish, and that's usually, I hate it when that happens. All right, a big one just went below me, but a couple feet down. So I mean, if he gets on this, he'll get on it. If I can get this over him, he'll get it. That's one thing I don't like about the depth finders is I don't know which direction the fish are going. When they're right below me, I know they're right below me because there's like that triangle, that cone that goes down. And but if it's not, but after that, once it's out of there, I don't know which way it went. All right, let's go check this pocket over here. I haven't been over there yet. Whenever I put in, I just kind of leave this pocket over here alone because oh, I got a new spinnerbait too. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool too. Hollis, what's up? Broncos, okay. I can't activate gifting yet. I don't think I'm too far away from it though. I said I've only been going live for a short time, and you know, you got to have like 4,000 watch hours to be able to do all that stuff. I have enough subscribers, which is really cool, and I thank y'all for that. But you have to have a lot of. I'm close to 3,000. I think I'm at 2,500. Last time I looked. I know I like to look every now and again, but it is what it is. That's why I say, like, when I leave and go fishing, I leave guest mode on my TV, and so the other guys in here, I'll just put it on their channel and just let it start playing. So if I'm out here, I'm getting them a couple hours of view time. And the longer y'all are in people's channels, the more it helps them out with that. The more you tap the screen, double tap the screen, and comment and share, all that helps with all that, getting towards the gifting stuff. I'm not there yet. I would like to get there, and like I told my wife, you know, if I can make enough at it, that'd be cool, because I'd like to let it pay for me to go do traveling. You know, because traveling's expensive, especially like in my truck. In the truck, it likes gas. It's a thirsty girl, and so if I'm gonna travel, especially in my truck, I need extra income. So, you know, this is a hobby, and one thing that I've always kind of did is, like, you know, when we're starting out and all that, I always use one hobby to pay for another. So if I can get my hobby to pay for itself, that'd be pretty awesome. And if I can help other people do that too along the way, that's even more awesomer. And that's what I said about the whole community thing. You know, we try to help each other out. You're not going to find any other people out there who will tell you, hey, so-and-so's going live. Go ahead and leave my live. It's okay. Go check them out. I don't mind. And it's because that's what you do in your community and when you're friends with people. And that's why I had 90 people in here, and I'm like, hey, go check out, Real Outdoors 42. I knew he was going live. I know he's at a big pond that's got some big fish in it. He may not catch nothing, but there's a chance he's going to catch a monster, so go ahead. If I wasn't out here, I'd be watching them. So there's that log right there, and there's always fish around it. Something just jumped over there. So I'm hoping they're going to start, they get to where they'll start ambushing little fish over here by the shore. And it's actually kind of funny. They do it so much. I mean, you can, once you start doing it, you can call your shot. I got a live with the milk monkey, which is a crankbait that I got from a buddy of mine on TikTok. And I was like, all right, they're in the same place they were the other day. I said, all right, let's see. They're gonna mess up and accidentally get my lure. And I cast it over there and I called it. Next cast, they got it. So I'm gonna work my way down this dam right here. Got some lay downs. I'm gonna kind of hit all of them. Work my way back around to the other corner of this dam. Those are two spots that are usually pretty active. I'm getting the opposite results from the rainstorm. I'm not too happy about that. I mean, I'm still out here fishing, so that's dope. And I'm talking with y'all, so, you know, bet. Right? I have made some money from my songs. Not a lot. Maybe about $150 in the last year. So, I mean, really, I have not made much at all. People have bought some. I've sold a couple albums. A bunch of my songs have been bought. I get 68 cents from iTunes every time someone buys one of my songs. And then the more streaming I get, the one that helps me out the most is when people listen to my songs on YouTube Music, because that goes towards my watch hours, and that's going to help me get monetized. So out of all of them, that's the one that will help me the most. Instead of buying my songs or albums or anything like that, just listen to my songs on YouTube Music, or stream my songs through videos or whatever. That was actually a good question. Thank you. But like I don't have enough people to follow me on Spotify to get paid there. I don't have enough monthly listeners. I don't have. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like friends and family don't really support people when they're doing this stuff until they make it big. You know, Nelly even wrote a song about it. You know, it's like, you want tickets? Oh heck no. Yeah, you laughed at me when I was getting started. Now that I made it, you want something? It's like, no. I like Nelly. Hey again, what's up, Hawkeye? Slurry, that's my hero right there. Just I'm gonna get Slurry a cape and send it to him. I need your address so I can send you a cape, bro. I ain't kidding. Yeah, I love my songs, man, and I'm glad I made your day. That makes my day. When I make someone else's days good. I mean, we have so many bad days anymore, and when you can put a smile on someone's face or you can make someone's day better, man, that's cool. You know, it doesn't take a whole lot. You know, being nice is free. People don't realize that. You act like, you know, just double tap a screen. It's like, I'm not asking for a kidney. Heck, I'd give you one of those if I needed to. But you know, and just not even talking about all this stuff, just in general in life. You know, like every now and then I'll buy someone's food and I'll ask how much it is first and drive through. Be like, hey, how much is that next order? Be like, $7. All right, we'll go ahead and throw it on my card. You know, one time I was like, yeah, it's $42. I'm like, man, they're hungry. All right, well, hope you all have a good day. You know, I gotta keep it within my limitations. Real sun caught a what? Wait. Almost a 6 pound? That is awesome. All right, now I should have fish jump around me. I was listening to that. That's cool. That's what I'm saying. Didn't I say it? His son's put on a clinic all the time. They show him up. I love it. Yeah, if I do get hit right here, I'm gonna be in trouble. All right, I'm gonna have to. All right, I casted right over that lay down. This thing does not do well with snags. I mean, it does great with snags, but that's awesome. I'm happy about that. All right, cool, Nathan. Yeah, tell him I'm happy for him. Like I said, that's why I told people, go on over there. Like I said, you're not going to find a YouTuber to tell you to do that. But you know what? When he was here, he told everyone to enjoy watching me. He didn't even tell y'all he was going live. I told y'all he was going live. He said he's got to go. That's all he said. Because that's, just a respect thing. And he's, like I said, he's a super, super good dude. He's a good dad, good husband. He's a mail courier. So, we like them. So, you can't say enough good things about him or the other people. Don't tell him, but I actually mentioned him in the new song, Catfishing. That's why I'm kind of excited about it going live. Rhino, what's up? That's what I'm saying, right? He's that pond he's at has got monsters in it. He caught one that was 5 pound 2 ounces the other day, and that's not the biggest one. Well, like I said, he just caught a 5 pound 10 ounce. It's not gonna be the biggest one in there. His son caught a. See what I'm saying? I can do it. His son caught a 10 pound catfish in there. That is stocked. And when you're nice people and you're good to people, you get permission to places like that. And like I said, he's good people. Hey man, I love y'all being here. Whitetails, we got a hunter in here. I missed that person. My bad. I'm sorry. Doop. Done. My son was telling me today he's ready for hunting season. I actually quit my hunting club last year. The new company I'm with, they have a hunting club down by Prattville, just above Montgomery, Alabama, that we can all go hunting at for free. And I'm like, yeah, I'll quit paying $1,300 to go to a club where we just talk about hunting. Penny, this is as close as you can get to what? I'm sorry, I may have missed a. Whitetails, what's up? Okay, I see you now. I missed you coming in. I apologize for that. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I can't wait to get some hunting content this year. Like I said, I just recently started doing lives. Where do you hunt at, if you don't mind me asking? I'm a character too. I've been told plenty of times. I almost had a TV show once. They said because of my character. I'm actually doing that right now. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. What's up, Skip? Really? Rhino, I don't think you answered me. I don't know if you saw where I asked, but do you make custom poles too? Yeah, Penny, this is my reset. I mean, there's days I'll come out here after work, and I don't care if I catch anything or not. I like to, when I'm going live, I like to catch something because, obviously I want y'all to know I kind of know what I'm doing. But sometimes the fish are stubborn in this lake. But it's not my property. It's someone else's property. The whole being nice thing I was talking about earlier. So a gentleman, I got a phone call a lady saw on Facebook where I helped two couples lost their wedding rings at a festival, and I went and spent time and helped them find them. Well, I got a phone call. The lady used to work with my wife. She's like, "Hey, I saw your husband did this. They mentioned it on Facebook. Blah blah blah. You know, my son-in-law lost his grandfather's ring. You think he'd go help him find it?" And she asked. I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care." And she's like, "He's right down the road." And I'm like, "Okay, I don't care. Wherever, that's fine." So I just got in the truck and left and went to help him. I wasn't doing nothing anyway. And yeah, see, I put my thumb on that. It's my fault. It's not the real's fault. Anyways, he tried paying me. I ended up leaving my metal detector there with him and stuff. We didn't find it. I felt bad. But he's like, "Well, what do I owe you?" And I'm like, "You don't owe me nothing, man." I said, this is what we do. We help each other out. And I said, "But I will ask that if you know any place that I could take my son fishing that's not overfished, that you give me a heads up." I hate when I try doing it across like that. And he said, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, not a problem." He said, "You know where Elam Lake is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know exactly where it is. It's a private lake in the middle of Springville, surrounded by woods. And but I would never come out here because I didn't know who the property owners were, and I've been trying to find out for 15 years. And I will not just go up on someone's property without permission. One, it's Alabama, and that's a really good way to get shot. And but he said, "Yeah, my family owns that. I'm the property manager." He said, "I'll get my grandfather to get you a permission slip and get it signed." And he said, "Just keep it with you. That way, if you ever have any trouble." And I'm like, "What?" So I'm pretty much the only person that's allowed to fish out here. And it's really awesome. So when the bite's good, it's amazing. Like I come out here one day and casted 30 times, probably caught 15 or 17 fish. I'm guessing at the 30 cast, but it was 17 fish and it was quick. All right, Rhino. So back to you, good sir. I want a pole. We'll figure out payment because my wife can't know about it. But and I ain't even asking for a discount. I'm just saying I just want a custom pole. I don't know anyone who makes custom poles. And oh, do you now? You just let me know what I owe you and I'll take care of it. I'll figure it out one way or another. When I was looking at your videos the other day, I thought I saw one where you were making a pole, and I'm like, really? All right, well then let's talk about a pole then. Like I said, you just tell me the price. I won't ask for nothing free. I would like a free fish to hit my hook, though. I'll tell you that. No, I'm with you. I'm thinking. Let me see here. I'm gonna try the corky thing again for a little bit because I got a couple hits. My hook's a little funky, but ain't nothing tried hitting it anyway, so it don't matter. I'm gonna try this little corky thing again, but then that don't materialize anything. I will. I got a black one on there. I'll bebop around with that for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go with the fluke because one thing I've learned in the last month, flukes work. I really want this corky thing. So far, I got one hit on it today. I'll even drive around and look for fish. I'll try doing some, actually using my depth finder the way it's meant to be used. Yeah, and I'm not against trolling. I will every now and again. Well, most of the time I do. Usually if I'm going from one side of the lake to another, I'll just throw something in there, which I just did with the PB crawler, but it was going way too fast. But my crankbaits and stuff, I like doing that with them. That's my trolling motor. It's not me. I put the brakes on. Alright. So we got some fish suspended right here. That's why I stopped. That's so crazy. That is a huge, huge bass. A buddy of mine on Facebook tagged me where someone caught a 108-pound catfish in a kayak. Kayak was smaller than mine. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to catch that in my kayak. All right, so everyone watching, I'll make a post after I get done today. I'll do it in the community post, and I'll make sure I have my my links on there for KastKing and the discount code. So if y'all want to take advantage of that, you're welcome to. I'm not stressing. I'm not pushing. But I also put my Monster Bass. It's just monsterbass.com for that one. I don't have a link for it. But I'll put my discount code on there, and it's 15% off, and they have got everything on there. But I get the monthly pack from them, and that's they got some pretty good stuff in it this month. I was pretty happy with it. I'm really liking this crankbait. I really thought it would do better than it did. I expected to catch something on the first cast, to be honest with you. That's one of the deeper diving crankbaits I have. Most of my crankbaits are square bills, so I'm looking at 2 to 4 feet. So the reason why I'm not giving up on these koiki little things. This one's actually called the depth charge for Monster Bass. But I had a good 4-pounder on yesterday on one of these, but it jumped like just a few feet from the boat, and it spit my hook right back at me, and I was just like, "Duh, really?" Gotta be kidding. There are mosquitoes all over the water, so I cannot believe that we don't have fish jumping all over the place right now. I don't know if y'all can see them or not. I don't know if my phone's that good, but there are mosquitoes everywhere. Hey, what's your short of? I'm sorry, I just looked back at my phone, y'all. I was messing with my stuff. I wish I could get a free lot of things. It never works out that way, though. But I will tell y'all this. If you do like free stuff, like I said, subscribe. Make sure your notifications are put on. And I said it earlier, and I'll keep my word. If I get 200 people in my lives, I'll do a giveaway every time. But next month, we're going to do another giveaway. And if they still have them in stock, oh, no, not that one. I might try to give one of these away. These are sick. I love these. I'm really, really happy with that reel. A lot happier than I thought I was going to be honest with you. Yeah, Skeeter, we had a, hey Brian, what's up? We had a nasty little storm come through, and because we got out of church and then we were driving home. My wife was driving, which scares the fire out of me when it's storming because she's scared. If you're scared, I'm going to be scared. Well, I'm good. I think there's healthy respect type fear. I'm good with like sharks. I'm good with that. That's not just afraid of them. I got a healthy respect for them. But she's scared to death driving in the rain. I'm like, baby, pull over to the gas station. I'll take it. No, no, I'm not pulling over. I'm going. I don't want to stop. And I'm like, okay, I'm all about inertia. And I'm a big guy, so. But yeah, the I figured with that storm coming through, figured to cool the water off. We're still at 86 and 86 and a half degrees. But I figured to cool it off, and this fish would be a lot more active. And they're not nowhere near as active as I thought they'd be. There was a couple fish that were up top when I first got here, and one of them hit the quickie. Well, the depth, this is the depth charge. I'm sorry, I don't want to upset monster bass. And but they had that was it. I got one bump on this, and that's the only thing I've gotten a hit on. I think I got a hit on the big black worm. But yeah, as far as free stuff goes, I'll do giveaways. I have some stuff at home that I want to do some product reviews for KastKing, and I plan on giving it away once after I do the product reviews on it. So, like I said, keep your notifications together for that. And you just never know. Yeah, y'all know how much I like that reel. Yeah, I appreciate them likes, y'all, definitely. Like I said, it's a small thing, but it makes someone feel good, and it helps them out. And it doesn't really take but a second. But yeah, for those of y'all who haven't been in here for like the last week and heard me talk about it on every one of my things, this is the KastKing Patriot. I think the spinning reel looks better because it's got more of a surface area for the flag. But I wanted a bait caster, but this rod is sick. The reel is sick. I love the drag. I forget. I think it's got like 13 or 14 pounds drag on it. It's their Royal Legend Pro series, and it's got the Halo braking system, which is super smooth. But it says Patriot right there. It's Royal Legend. It's got the IM7 blank in it, but it's red, white, and blue. It's sick. I love it. I actually wasn't going to use it. I was determined I was going to just leave it on my wall and as a showpiece because that's so pretty. But yeah, we know how that works. Rob, what's up? Brewster. Yeah, I heard Reel's doing good. If you go back over there, tell him that we're pulling for him and we're cheering him on. I guess he got a 4-pounder and his boy got almost a 6-pounder. That's sick. That is what I'm talking about. Super duper happy for him. See, and that's why I was telling everyone. I mean, you don't see that in a lot of stuff with content creators and stuff. You're not gonna see people go, "Hey, yeah, go check out him real quick," even though I'm doing a live. You're not gonna see that. But we do it, and we'll do it again. And we all try to watch. Actually, I have one of his lives playing on my TV right now at home, just trying to help each other out. That's why I'm always asking people, "Are you a content creator?" Ooh, I heard thunder. Maybe I'll get the fish going again. All right, we'll go back over here by this lay down. I'll troll the Koiki. Ain't seen anyone do that one yet. At least that way, if I do find some fish that are suspended, I don't gotta put the brakes on. I can just start reeling this in, and it'll stop me. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking at the depth finder, hoping to see if I can see some fish. See a bunch of little fish and a big one that just went by me, or I went by them maybe. Where we at? Ha! Jinx, the big black one. Jinx he's something special, man. He was the last breed, or the last breed. He was the last litter that my wife's aunt, that she bred German Shepherds, and she asked me, she's like, what kind you want? And I'm like, well, I can pick it, and she's like, I said, I want a black one, so if you have a black one, I'd really like that. Well, he ended up coming out. He was, the day I picked him up, he was a pound and a half bigger than his little brother, and his little brother was a pound and a half bigger than their little sister. And so he was big right from the get-go. So when I brought him home at 6 weeks, he was already almost 20 pounds. And by the time he was 4 months, our vet was like, look, he's going to be way too big. So you need to make sure that you socialize him as much as you can. And so we did. So we've taken him everywhere with us. And Jinx is the best dog ever. He drove from Alabama to Mackinac Island in Michigan, which is right there in between the upper and lower peninsula, right there by Mackinac Bridge. And he rode in the back seat the whole way with my 13-year-old son, and went to the island, no problems with him the whole time. Everyone loved him. Everyone in Springville knows Jinx. It's just, he's such a special dog. It's a him. Oh, I love Rotties. Such loyal dogs. Of course, the only dogs I've ever been, I was chased by 2 Rotties once, scared the fire out of me. But of course, the only dog that ever bit me was a poodle. I don't trust them. I don't like them. But Rotties, I still love them. They didn't get a hold of me, so it was all good. I just threw my bag of Taco Bell at them. I was on a 10-speed. When I was a kid, I was like, all right, you can have my combo burritos. I don't need them that bad. Here you go. And they quit running, so it was good. We found an accord. We found out. All right, so we're going to, as much as I'm enjoying all this, I'm going to put a fluke on. I'm going to keep my, let's see here, trying to figure out what fluke goes on this one. I got my worm on this one. I can throw my worm one time before I take it off, I reckon. I usually don't use spinning rods or spinning reels. I mean, I did up until last year, but then I kind of got away from them. But once I started throwing the fluke, I'm like, well, let me get this one out, because I actually only use this for drop shots, and I didn't do a whole lot of drop shotting. I caught one bass, about 4.5 pound bass on a drop shot, and then I was out fishing one day at Duck Reservoir in Coleman, and I did do a drop shot out there. I had I forget what I had on it, but I know it was a 6 cents hook, drop shot hook, and something grabbed my pole, because I'd lay it down across right here, and then I'd pick up my other pole and start fishing, and something grabbed it, and when it did, it about pulled my pole into the water, and I got a hold of it, and I went to go set the hook, and it actually straightened out the 6 cents drop shot hook. So I mean, it pulled me about 10 feet and kind of had some inertia going, you know, once it slipped off, but it was crazy. As soon as I reel this in, I'm gonna put on another hook, and we're gonna put on a put on a fluke. In fact, I'm not gonna reel it. I'll let it just sit there. Make sure I have a. This is my hodgepodge. Catch all little. Might be a little bit big. Oh, I know what I got. That hurt. And that's how everything ends up in there. So here's the other quickies I got. I got that one, and then I got the brownish one that I used yesterday. I used one of these hooks with a fluke. All right, big worm, come on. Come on, everybody. Choo choo. Forgive me. All right. Who knows? Starting over again. Who knows? I hate trying to tie this knot with no tension. Much easier with a little bit of tension on the line. Ooh, I did good with that tag. I'll never get that close. Alright, let's find us a fluke. I forgot about these flukes. Yeah, these base lace bags by KastKing. I know I talk a lot about KastKing. I know I'm a ambassador and stuff, but like I said, I loved the product long before I became an ambassador. I got this bag almost 8 months ago, and I've only been an ambassador for 2 weeks, so you know, absolutely love this thing. It's got so much space. I actually quit carrying it because I had too much stuff, and it was very overwhelming. So we're gonna do this and go back to those laydowns. I am gonna put some chartreuse on the on its little tail, dip and glow. So this one right here came from Jersey Devil Lures on TikTok. He's got some really good products. I called him up and I asked him, I said, man, I'm just trying to figure out how to use flukes. I'm new to the fluke situation. Can you put me together a couple of variety packs? And this color right here is one of the ones he sent me. He sent me some bubble gum, some white, some cookies and cream. This one, which to me is kind of like bluegillish, I guess. But let's see where we want to take it. We don't want to be out here in the open. Let me get over here by the lay down. Hey, Fish Graham, how you doing? No, I'm about to use a fluke. We gonna fluke it up, baby. Saw the bike you posted. Your videos about your bike, man. That's a pretty sick bike. I like that. All right, let's do it. I will show you when I bring it back in. So I'm eager about getting it in the water right now. When I get it back in, I'll show you something that's on here that I think is pretty cool. And 90 likes. Thanks y'all for those double taps. Gotcha. Had you. I even felt when I did the set. It felt like a good set. Good. Yeah, I like this color. Anyways, let me get backed up a little bit because now I'm like on top of the fish. I don't want to do that. Then I would need a drop shot. But so I saw a guy on TikTok. And I'm one of the people that, like, you know, they say a lot of stuff catches a fisherman more so than the fish. I'm one of them fishermen that get caught. But he worked at Lockheed and Martin, and he made these little magnet things. Let me get my fluke fixed. Can't have a messed up fluke. But you see the magnets on there? Like here, go watch it. See how it bounces away from it? I mean, they're, and you can flip it around and it'll be polarized the opposite way. And it's the magnetic current is supposed to represent the heartbeat. Every time you yank on it, the heartbeat of a fish, because fish do go with the electric pulses from other fish. And that, like sharks, that's how they hunt. Especially like hammerheads are the best because they got so much of those sensors. But yeah, so I went ahead. No, I just got another hit. I went ahead and I got I bought some of those, put them on just for giggles. I don't know if it's helped or not, but I don't know. First cast with it, you saw what happened. So I don't even remember what they're called. Angler, what's up? I love my Indonesian people. You know, Indonesia is my third highest population of viewers. And I think that's just so cool. And I have, I just had one on, just changed over to the fluke, going back to Old Faithful type stuff. How's Real's son's doing? They still putting on a clinic? All right, fish just came all the way out of the water over yonder. Maybe the top water's getting ready to get started back up again. Hope so. Yeah, ABC's the big winner. He's got that combo on the way. Well, I mean, it should ship Monday or Tuesday, but and it's cool. I'm glad to see you go to somebody who you know, deserves it and would really appreciate it. And I think that's really cool. I mean, everyone deserves it, but I know ABC will definitely appreciate it, and he'll use it. It's not gonna get put in his closet or something like that. And I think that's cool. That makes me happy. Oh, and that bait matches my pole, so that's kind of cool. That's too cool. Well, I'm gonna do a giveaway every month, so we're gonna do one next month too. Now, if I have lives like it started out this morning or this afternoon, every time I'll be giving one away just about every day. Because if I was just joking, I said if we hit 200, I'll give one away every time I hit 200 viewers, and we had like 101 before I knew it, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I might have to put my money where my mouth is. Hold on a second. That's too cool. That's what I'm talking about. See, good community, good people. It's like I got that one and scared the rest of them off. Hoping I'll just chill for a little bit and see the top water kick in. And then be on like Donkey Kong. But if not, it's last time 7 o'clock yet. I thought it was later than that. Guess we're gonna have to go around, hit all the live or all the lay downs with this flute, see what happens, see if we can pull some out. Yeah, Rooster, I agree with you there. Yeah, I'm with you there. They say you're only as old as you feel, and I'm like, someone come in here today and said you sound like you're 80, and I'm like, I feel like I'm 80. Owls are coming out. In the fire, what did I do? There we go. A little bluegill in front of me. I hope I can see an owl. That'd be kind of cool. I like hearing them, but seeing them is even better. Hey Nathan, what car do I drive? I don't know, can you see it? That's my car. I actually took my big old toolbox out of the back. Hey Blanche, how are you today? I took my toolbox out of the back so I could fit my John boat and my kayak in there. Because I'll just stick them in the back, because I can even bring my John boat in here, but I can't bring the trailer. So I'm like, screw it, let's try it this way. And I can stick that in the back. And I stuck it in there with the toolbox. Oop, it's not where I wanted to cast. But it fits a lot better without the toolbox, I promise you that. So I figure while I'm sitting here, I dropped the Koiki thing in the water behind me. It's just dangling about 5 feet down. Maybe 6 or 7 feet down. I'm doing good, thank you so much. All right, Rhino, you be good, brother. ABC, were you talking to me on that last one? Or was that from Mr. Rhino? I just gotta make you one. Main thing is, if you hear people cussing, and just want to keep it family orientated. I want to make sure the Koiki thing didn't get tied up in my trolling motor once I started moving. My neck thing about came off. It's locked in now. I'm gonna get this over here. There's usually fish over here, but there's usually fish everywhere I've stopped. This is the first time I've seen them get picky after a rain. I don't know if y'all can see it. There's my new spinner bait that I lost yesterday. I wanted to see how well the Patriot would cast with both hands, just wide open, just to see how far I can cast it. Yeah, I cast it a lot further than I expected. Hey, Brian. Owen, what's up? Bias crayfish, what is up? Yeah, I don't do that very often, but so it was. But I mean, I was happy to see how smooth the reel was. Like I said, I really did not expect, especially I'm not a fan of mono, but it just I kept watching it. I don't know why I didn't put my thumb on it. I finally did, and it was just as it hit the tree limb and it wrapped around it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I'm throwing a fluke, trying to match my pole, trying to be stylish. Don't want to catch any uncoordinated, any stylish fish. Googan baits are pretty good. I was looking for the the Googan it was their glide, the Glizzy glide. Yeah, the Glizzy glide. I was looking for that. I couldn't find one anywhere. I was like, all right, well, I'll go to eBay. We'll try that. I couldn't even find any on there. All right, let's not get a pole stuck in a tree. There's bluegill sitting right there on that log. I'll cast around here for a minute. There's a drop off right here, and fish will get in here. Hold up, there's a few. All right. Maybe one of those will grab that koiki that I got hanging back there. We're about to go back to that lay down over there. We're gonna see if we can pull anything out with the fluke. Depends on what, if you're looking for bass, you get some drop shots, some crankbaits, worms. Everyone loves the Senko. You do the wacky rig. Rooster tails, they produce. Fire Tiger, rooster tail, white. Fire Tiger, I think it's just really the chartreuse that fires them up on that. Okay, so we got something moving over here. I don't know if it's going to want the fluke. Cool, Brian. Do you use worms, live worms? All right, Brian, good luck, man. Stairway to heaven. I think the trout fishermen still use the salmon eggs. I think that's what they use. I'm gonna go get closer to that lay down. Oh no, don't start talking to me now. Denise, you love fishing? That's cool. Well, you're in a good spot then. You're with a lot of people who we have a lot of people in here who love fishing. Do you make content by chance? I like catching too. I wish I would catch something. You don't? Oh, okay. It's not for everybody. I just started doing live, so I'm still getting new at it. So really, I started doing it really because I wanted to promote my music, but then I got to where I was just really enjoying doing the lives and talking with people and just running my mouth because I'm pretty good at that. So my boss will tell you I'm real good at it. So reconnecting. There we go. And there we went. ABC, I might as well make you a mod. You're always here. Well, that was just rude to mess my little fishy up like that. What's up? But I was hoping I'd pull one out of there, so pulled them out. Just did a quick release. Well, Denise, give me a sub, and I do giveaways too. ABC in here, he got a combo last night. Lethal Blaze combo from Cast King. Pretty good little combo. I know people who are just beginners who absolutely love them, and people who've been fishing for a while and love them. But I'll be doing another giveaway next month, so if you have notifications on, you'll know when I'm doing that. course, I ran my mouth bad this morning or this afternoon, but I got in trouble. I said anytime I got 200 people in here at one time, I'll do a giveaway every time, one per day. And because I've never come even close to that, and like 5 minutes later, I had like 102 people in here, and I'm like, I might be getting in trouble. Thank you, I appreciate that. Like I said, my stuff's more about fishing. Like I said, and I got my music underneath my releases tab. So a little bit later, if you want to go check that out, that'd be cool. I appreciate that. Just songs about my life, and all the spicy songs, they're about my wife. So I like making songs about her because when we go to church, the old ladies at church always make fun of her. They're like, "Oh, saw Jason laid another song about you. Aw, it's kind of spicy, wasn't it?" She's like, "Stop." There's few things in this world that make me happier than embarrassing my wife. Appreciate that, Slurry. Slurry knows because he's listened to just about every one of them and commented on every one of them, which is awesome. That helps me out a lot. I'm hoping the top water kicks in. I had a 4-pounder blew up on top water right here the other night. That was awesome. That was exciting. But yeah, we listening on YouTube Music actually helps me the most. But I'm streaming on all platforms, so it doesn't matter where you listen to it at. My publisher releases it. Like I got 2 more. It should be live by now actually. But they have they release them everywhere. But YouTube, anyone can post to YouTube real quick. That's what makes it so profitable. But they always go live there first. Y'all having a party, ABC? What's up? Tell Mom and Dad to quiet it down. They're underneath my releases tab. If you look at like our videos, lives, and all that. Well, yeah. Hopefully I don't lose that. All right, cool. I think I got it out. Yeah, if you go underneath my releases tab, they're all under there. It's like my latest one, and then it'll be 3 albums, and then my songs will all be after that. I got my first album is If You Know, You Know, and then my second album is Fat White Guy with Zero Talent, and then my last one. Oh, cool. Well, what streaming platform are y'all using? I'm gonna get my poll back. What streaming platform y'all using? Y'all Spotify or what? Yeah, if you view my page, it'll show all my different tabs. And if you look underneath releases, that's where they're all at. A little bit of rain. This is awesome. Maybe the fish will wake up. Oh, good night. I wasn't even looking or expecting that. I about took that out of my hand. Like, for real. That's awesome. And we going back. Yeah, now if you listen on like any other platform, all you gotta put in is Jason Keener. You don't gotta put in Jason Keener music. That's just for YouTube. I wonder if that fish will hit top water that just hit this. Ah, catfishing is live. Cool. That one actually I submitted to my publisher. That one and Redneck Real Estate right before I came out here this afternoon. So that's really cool that they got those live now. No, that's not me singing. I can't sing. I have no musical talent. That's why that second album, my son named it. My youngest son. It's Fat White Guy with Zero Talent. A lot of the songs are stories of my life. I wrote them, and but I could never find anyone to help me put them together. But then I found AI, so I use AI to put them together after I write them. And it's funny because, well, it's not funny. I think it's disgusting, really. But I get mad when I see people who are like, "No, that's me singing." I'm like, "No, it's not, because it's the same as mine." Well, it's not the same, but I can tell that they use the same program. And my problem with that is when they lie like that, I think they're trying to take something away from the actual musicians who have talent far that everyone just doesn't have. But mine are my stories of my life, usually about, well, they're about my family mostly, about my wife, blue collar stuff. I had the first one. I had like songs like "Calling In Well." It has been in my head for like 20 years, and that was like one of the ones I played around with. I'm like, well, I wonder if I can do this, and I was like, oh wow, that worked. So, but like I said, there's a lot of people out there that use AI. There's actually famous people that use AI too, and people don't realize it. But they just don't want to tell you because everyone's so anti AI. But they're using it too. Um, but anyway, I wrote one song is about my daughter. The day I got the phone call when she was molested, and after that I realized it's gonna be kind of good to write these songs that are in my heart that I just need to get out there, and my stories. And then just after that, I just had fun with it, and it was very therapeutic, and I enjoyed it, and it's pretty good music, and it's something that like a gentleman in Arizona was telling me last night, some of the most relatable music that he's ever heard. Well, I want that combo to get there too. Yeah, there's a big one right there below me. We're gonna just drop that. And but yeah, man, she's like I said, the important thing is she's good now. She's got her 5-year-old son. She got her 1-year-old little girl. She got a wonderful husband. She's got a great support system. And dude's still in prison 20 years later, and that's where he's gonna stay until he dies. So it's all good. It's a lot of fun. It turned out kind of cool because I'm streaming in at least 35 countries, and which I think is just really cool. It's like people in China are listening to me, Indonesia, and Chile, and Italy and stuff. I'm like, that's just so cool. I never thought that I say my voice, but my stories, that many people would even care about them. And I've got thousands and thousands of streams across all the platforms, and I just think it's just the coolest thing ever. And when people hear them and they say I like them, they just don't realize how much it means to me, because they're not just liking a song. I mean, they're really just liking a part of my life and a part of my soul. And that to me is just the coolest thing ever. It's nothing I thought I'd ever be part of. So, and actually catfishing is about the guys here in my life. I was gonna let them figure that out when they saw it, but Smitty, what's up? All right, I see where they're jumping now. Yeah, and like before I released that one about my daughter, I made sure she knew about it and that she was cool with it and she liked it. But there's a few differences, and I mean in there it talks about I'm driving on the back roads and my black 45 and all that, and that's kind of not true. I was driving on 75 up to Ohio, but but I did drop everything and I just walked out. I let my boss know what was going on. I drove straight up there. Yeah, I'm in Alabama, and I was at work in Birmingham, Alabama, Trussville, right outside of Birmingham, and got the phone call, and I was like, boom, here I go. I'll tell you what, double tap the screen and I'll tell you. Right there. Hit it 2 times real quick. Go boop. Just right like this. Boop boop. Oh, there you go. All right, cool. That worked. Boop boop. Boop boop boop. No, it only happened once. All right. I absolutely love it. Have you got to use yours yet? Love you, by the way. Of course, yeah. Worked right down the road from them. But you didn't tell me you love it yet. Man, this thing is so smooth. And I even got mono on it, and I don't like mono. You just calm down, young man. You're going to go fishing here in just a minute. I don't know if you saw it earlier, Denise, but yeah, ABC, he won the Lethal Blaze combo from KastKing last night. What's up, Ken? Welcome into the live. Appreciate you stopping in. Could you give me a little right there, help me out? I ain't never had 100 likes, and I'm like, thank you, man. You haven't caught anything on it yet? I caught one on it yesterday. I like braid better because, and my whole purpose of braid, and in one of my songs I talk about, I've always got 2 or 3 rods in my truck, and I do. That's 100% true. So it gets so hot here in Birmingham that the mono or the fluoro will get a lot of memory on it. It's like it'll melt a little bit inside on the reel, and so it doesn't cast as well after a couple weeks of sitting in my truck. And so that's not anyone's fault. It just is what it is. So I've always got to be replacing it, which gets expensive after a while. Oh, okay, out there by Memphis and stuff, my man. That's what I'm talking about. We got a lot of Tennessee guys here in the community. They're not a lot of them are here right now, but like Hickland and No Joshing and stuff like that. They got but yeah, I'm in Alabama myself. Hey Barbie. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've never had 100 likes. Of course, I never had 102 people in the room either, so that kind of blew my mind this afternoon. Yeah, yeah, I caught 1 or 2 on it yesterday. And I wanted to see how smooth it cast and how far, as hard as I could. I did the whole two-handed cast with it, and it went a lot further. My brand new spinning bait went like in the top of a pine tree. So yeah, it'll cast far. I wasn't happy about that. Okay, cool. So not so far down that long 40 ride. That's the longest drive I've ever done, from 75 to Memphis on 40. Whew. Just so y'all know, Smitty's talking about this rod right here. I ain't got to show it off here in a minute. I think the spinning reel looks better, but they're out of those because it's got more surface area, so you get more of the flag on there. And but this thing is sick. I love it. It's super smooth. It's got the halo braking system, and it's super good. I love it. In fact, I need to put my spinning bait on there, my new spinner on there, and give it a try. Yeah, it's rough. We but yeah, my oldest daughter lived out there for a while. But it got a lot easier once they put in Highway 22, so we could just right up on up there. I swear it like cut the time in half. Hey, it ain't hunting season yet. Tell your dad he's gonna have to chill out until hunting season. Hey, Smitty, did you see the short that I put, that 4-pounder that blew up on my PB crawler the other afternoon? Fish are making me mad. Chase them around. They're not cooperating tonight. I'm about to put that spinning bait on my Patriot, actually. I think start casting that around, seeing how that new spinner will do. And if they still have them in stock, I may give one of these away next month. Not 100% sure yet. Here's my Monster Bass bag. Well, how'd that happen? Well, where's the opening at? Well, that's about the goofiest thing. There we go. Bam. It's got a little Morning Dawn spinning bait. I'm gonna put that on the Patriot and throw it around a couple times. Yeah, that thing's pretty. Ah, good. And it's got the ring on it, so that way your line stays. I like that. It's got the 2 willow blades on it. Sweet. Yeah, but let me give me just a second. I'll tie this on, and we'll throw the Patriot around a little bit, even though it's got mono on it. Let me just cast this out and let it sit, because this is the PB crawler, and that's all you got to do with it. Heck yeah! Thanks, y'all. Look at that. Y'all made my day. That's all. It didn't take y'all. It didn't cost y'all nothing. Y'all actually made my day. Okay, I might not be throwing this. They're starting to hit up top water. Dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, 6, 7, and 8 for good luck. All right. Look, I'm a cultured man, but it's limited. Man, y'all made my day. That's so cool. And it's such a simple thing, too, like I said. Yeah, Smitty, I was thinking about it the other day. I want to go up to Swan Bridge. I want to walk up there and do a live video up there. But let's see here. And this is with mono. I do not do well with mono. Yeah, that's the one where I forgot my scale. Let me get turned around here so y'all can see the cast. Gotta be careful while I cast. It's super shallow, but there's a little trench right there. If it goes in the trench, it's cool. But if not, it's gonna come back full of grass. Yeah, that's staying straight up too. That's actually going really smooth. Next weekend, that'll be my weekend to work, but they let me take off when I want, so well, for like a day or so anyway. Might be able to go after church Sunday. Yeah, see, I missed the trench. It's no longer morning dawn. It's not grass dawn. Well, that'll work. Lone Star, what's up? What you up to? Hey, Smitty, follow Lone Star. Give him a subscribe real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go cast that elsewhere. Let me get my PB crawler reeled back in. I'm gonna cast it back there because the fish was jumping. Yeah, y'all hear that? That's not fish. That's not giving me a warning for fish. That's giving me a warning for, I'm like super shallow, under 2 feet. It's really shallow back here, but that's why the fish usually, the top water is like stupid ridiculous back here, usually. What, this weekend's your weekend to work? Or next weekend? Someone took their like away. I'm back at 99. Is that correct? Am I seeing that right? You know, I got feelings, y'all. I didn't know that was possible. I'm like, wait, I can take those back? I didn't know that was an option. Yeah. Just a quick release right there at the boat on 2 of them. I'm gonna try out my new spinner bait that I just got in the mail yesterday. It's a Morning Dawn. I'm gonna throw it on the Patriot. Oops, spider on me. One thing about fishing in the woods, better be okay with getting a spider or two on you. Oh, okay. How you doing, buddy? Lean over and give your dad a kiss for me. And tell him I love him. And I really appreciate y'all coming in. Yeah, don't let him watch my stuff while he's driving. That'd be worse than me driving with my wife when she's driving in the rain. There's some fish held up right there. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the spinner bait I was using the other day, I had like 5 fish hit it, and I lost each one of them. I thought I had them set. I'm reeling them in, and then they've come off. And it's like crap. So I put a stinger hook on there, and I was excited. I ain't never used a stinger hook before, but I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. And like my second cast with it, I put it in a tree. I was so mad. On that Highway 20 drive, I hear you. It depends. Some spots there's a lot, other spots there's not much. Like the shallows, that's a big dragonfly. In the shallows, there's a lot of grass. But like over there by the dam and stuff, where it's a lot deeper and the sunlight don't get down there, there's not much at all. Hey, everyone touch my finger real quick. Really quick. Just do it twice, just right there. Pop, pop. That'd be cool what happens. Y'all going to get lottery tickets? Ooh. That's why most people do the Highway 20 drive from Alabama. So I got 4 rods ready to go. Just got to figure out what the fish are wanting. Zach Brown, that's right. You know, on TikTok, anytime I release one of my songs on there, I tag him in them. I want someone to pick up one of my songs. Really, yeah. So we had a little, rainstorm that came through earlier. I guess y'all should have got it too. It looked pretty big, but boom, there we go. I really thought that it was gonna wake the water up over here, but I think I had better luck in the hot sun yesterday, which I was not expecting. Well, cool. And your grandpa should be able to show you how to set it, dial it in and everything. I assume he's a baitcaster man too. Spinner. It happens. You're the young folks. You're bringing it to the next generation, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's just like I said. The best way to do it is just tighten everything up and just cast it, and then loosen everything by one click. Cast it, loosen everything by one click. Cast it. I mean, that's really the best way. I mean, you can do the let it drop test, where you put it up here and you let go, and it should drop slower than that, until you're comfortable. But just if you make it all tight, you tighten your brake system down and your reel brake and your spool brake. and you can't backlash it. You go ahead and you throw it, and it'll go like 10 feet, and then you do everything by one click, and you might get 12 feet. I hear you, me too. So if you take this one right here, yeah, man, we'll do it real quick. So you take this one, and you see how it gets bigger that way? That's more brake. Put it all the way forward until it gets tight. It just got tight on me. See how much slower that's falling? Look, I can tighten it up a little bit more. See how I mean, it's not falling at all. I mean, I'm not touching it. So just do it to where, release it just to where it starts to fall. Turn your this brake all the way on, and watch. That's not much of a cast at all. Go ahead, reel it in. Dial this back a couple times. Dial this back a couple times. Same effort. I went about 15 feet further. And I'm just doing a quick little sling with my hand. Just, that's it. And you keep doing that until you're comfortable. You're getting a good long cast. But as soon as it starts to backlash on you, go back to where you were real quick. I'm moving everything like 2 and 3 at a time because I know where I need to be. But you can see it went further again. Every time you loosen it all up, it'll go further. But eventually what's going to happen is you need your spool inertia to stay with the inertia of the bait. Because if not, if your bait stops going and your spool is still spinning because it doesn't have any brakes on it, then that's where your backlashes happen. Did all that make sense? Yeah, Denise, I love it out here. I mean, and like I said, I'm supposed to be the only person out here. There really should not be anybody else out here. And I mean, the property owners, the only things they really ask of me is if I do see anybody out here, I run them off. Because one, they're trespassing. They don't have permission to be out here. And they're putting liability on the owners of the property. You know, I signed a piece of paper saying I'm liable for anything that happens to me out here. But on top of that, they asked me to help just, you know, not make a mess. But what they didn't ask me, and I do clean up anytime the people are trespassing in here and they leave their trash out here. Whenever I leave, I throw it in the back of my truck. And that's just a whole, hey, I appreciate y'all letting me be out here. Ooh, we got fish right here. Come on. Y'all want the spinner bait. I know you do. See, I'm still loosening it back up. And when you do cast, just put your thumb on it just to where you can feel it. Not where you're stopping it or not, like just where you can feel it. You're just feathering it a little bit. You know, I'm always talking about with my AL and ALTI and my MGTI where I don't have to use my thumb. That's what I'm talking about. You got to have your thumb on most of them right there. 101 likes? Because it only shows me 100, but thank y'all so much. Like I said, I ain't never had 100 likes before. That's cool. That just made my day. It's just something so simple. I backlash every now and again. Like the ALTI and the MGTI, they say that you're not going to backlash those. If you set it up right, you shouldn't. But here, watch. Hold on a second. You see when I cast this, I got to put my... I'm gonna loosen it up just a little bit more. I don't want to... It's got that mono on there, so I don't want to backlash the mono. That's different than braid. I really don't like mono. But yeah, it almost backlashed on me, so I had to put my thumb down a little bit harder on it. But hold on a second. Let me get my ALTI real quick. I'm actually gonna move my brake up one and this down one. All right, so let me put this down for a second. Okay, so this is the ALTI. All right. No thumb. I wasn't even watching it. Because I know it's not going to backlash. This one and the MGTI. The MGTI was the first reel I was ever able to do that with. And this is the second. Because I had the MGTI. I had it first. That was a harder cast, so it still spins a little bit, but right there. I mean, that's not a backlash. I have a short where the MGTI, when I first got it, I had a pretty heavy, what was it? Chatterbait on it. And I casted that thing like a mile, and I did not use my thumb. See, like that snapping action I did with it right there, that'll cause a backlash. But that's on me, not the reel. So a bunch of fish just went down, so I grabbed the flute. Figure I don't know which way they went, but if they went over that way, maybe I can get in their face a little bit. I gotta get it down there kind of low. Of course, I had a fish pop up over there right next to my PB crawler. Big boys, what's up? You doing all right tonight? What time is it? I'm about to go. The best thing is if you do get like a, I don't know, maybe I can throw one in just when I put that that razor into the package for you. Maybe I can throw a blank in that doesn't have any hooks on it, and you can go out in your yard and practice with it before you actually get out on the water. I know, that's why I looked at my watch an hour ago, and I'm like, it's not even 7 o'clock yet. I thought it was about time. You know, I'm about to go because I gotta get up at 2:30. But yeah, it definitely feels later. Well, today was a new one for me for my lives, and I really enjoyed them. Started off with over 100 people in the room. That was really cool. And then I got 102 likes. Yeah, I'm at 736 right here. So I'm gonna put a if I can find them, a little blank without any little square bill uh, bait without any hooks on it, and you can tie that on. You can go out there in your yard and you can practice with that. You don't have to worry about getting stuck in anything. Yeah, ain't no problem. I got a whole bag of them. I bought them because I wanted my daughter to start painting lures for me because she's like an amazing artist, and like a lot of people say that they're people they know are artists, and like Megan really is. She's like crazy good. They just started doing. Her and her mom just did a bunch of murals, or 2 murals in Huntsville on people's businesses. They're paying them to paint the sides of their buildings with murals and stuff, and it's like really cool. I have actually the artwork when I do my product reviews in my little studio. The chalk artwork I have hanging up behind me is actually one that she did when she was like 13, maybe 14, for me. So, but anyways, I want her to start doing those. I sent her one the other day and I asked her, she got the blanks, and I was like, "Will you make me a couple zombie baits?" There's little square bills, and I want little zombie square bills. I just think that'd be cool. Look like a fish. That's all. I got bones and all that stuff showing. I know they got cartilage, but I don't think the other fish understand anatomy like that. And killer whales do because they know right where the liver is, but you know what I mean. That'll work too. That's what I always used when I was younger, was weights. I cannot believe it's at 7:30 and I'm not seeing any top water. That is crazy for this lake. I just had a couple schools of fish go right below me and they didn't touch either of my baits. I'm using the fluke right here in this corner, which is a very productive corner. And I got the koi key laying down in the back because, why not? I know it's not a koi key, it's a depth charge. Sorry. Yeah, split shots. I'm an hour behind you. Y'all see the sun before we do. I was wondering if that picked up my fluke. It doesn't. That's what I was doing right there. I was kind of playing, but. Hey, what's up, brother? You doing okay, 420? Hey, Bella. How are you doing? My favorite lure to use is probably one of my top waters. No, actually, tonight I've had like 2 that jumped off right before they got to the boat. Sure. I don't ever get free stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. You're fine. I'm about to go over to a lay down, and it's in between me and my truck, and I'm gonna probably keep right on going after that to the truck. No, I totally forgot about it actually. Thank you very much. Right now I'm using a fluke, and I got a few other things tied on too. But in fact, I need to throw the spinner with all these deep fish coming by me. But right now I have, let's see here, I got a koi key tied on, I got a spinner bait tied on, a fluke tied on, and a PB crawler tied on. The PB crawler is probably my favorite. That's why I started off with was the crankbaits. And they usually do pretty good. So I'm 100% agreeing with you on that. But today, everything is just weird. Like, usually you'd be sitting here right now and you would see fish jumping everywhere. The top water is just not happening. I got lipless. I tried one of them too. The Incision and the Bill Lewis lipless, which the knock and hammer traps do really good in here. The other day on one of the red ones, I was just killing them on that. And then the bluegill works really good too, but it didn't work today. Did the Texas rigged, free rigs. So I hit the bottom, hit it with worm, with the crawl. It's like after we had a rainstorm, I really thought it was going to wake the lake up. I thought I was going to do good for it. This lake's really weird. It's just not like other places. Mr. Stamos, how are you? Give me that email back to me about which one you wanted. Oh, sweet. I like some sea bass. Love some flounder. Did you keep any of them? Okay, good. I haven't checked my email in the last couple hours, so all right. I'll get that. I'll get that taken care of as soon as I get home. All right, cool, brother. Yeah, ABC. Yeah, anyone can come out here. They just got to come out here with me. So that wouldn't be a problem if you came out here to fish with me. Obviously, you would be with me. So, wow, look, I backlashed it, but I cast it almost straight up in the air too. So my straps on my kayak seat kind of got wet, I guess, and they loosened up. I'm almost reclining right now. Oh man, I was afraid that's what I was gonna have to do today. We went to church, and then afterwards, my wife is like, "Huh, you gonna go fishing?" I'm like, "Is that an option?" She's like, "Well, yeah," and I'm like, "Bet, we'll see you." So I have a John boat, and I got my kayak. Hey, Dwayne, how's it going? 3 keepers must have caught 30 fish between 10-inch medium. All right, cool. That's what I'm talking about. This one is it's a medium heavy, and the other no, this one, yeah, it's a medium heavy. Sorry. And I want to say fast. Yeah, action's fast. Yep, both y'all got one. Yeah, Real told me that you said that ABC won too, and I didn't see you say that. But I don't know if you saw my post that I made explaining what happened. Oh, um, but yeah, the edit bar was over ABC's name, and I didn't see his name. So y'all both get one. Yeah, they just got the medium heavies back in stock. They're having a hard time keeping these in stock. People are snatching them up. But the good thing is, if you're in here, I got a discount code. So if you do get one, you can get a discount. It's the friends and family discount. All right, let me get up here so I can throw this fluke a little bit. All right, buddy. A little hard to cast when it's wrapped around the top. This laydown's always got a lot of fish by it. It's a matter if they want to bite or not. That's why earlier I come in, my first cast, I had one. That's like you let everyone know what was up. Blabbermouth. Oh, here come the Canadian geese. They haven't been in here the last couple nights. There's a couple of them. They usually come over to the back side of the pond, lake, whatever. A little shallow area back there. Oh, it came in already? Cool. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's convenient. When I caught that 4-pounder though the other day on with my PB crawler, you missed a lot of the action with the thing because when I was leaning down like this doing it, the phone was directly my way, so I had to kick it over there. So that's what everybody saw instead of seeing the actual fish when it was in the bottom of the boat. I was fighting with it down there. That's the only problem with it is it gets in the way sometimes. But if you can work around that and figure that out, you're good to go. It's golden. But yeah, I do love this view. I mean, it's like firsthand. It's like first person shooter games. There's a landmine. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm heading out here in a minute. I'm gonna work my way down this bank and over to my truck. Like I said, I gotta get up at 2:30, so gotta go back to being responsible tomorrow. Down to 85 degrees, almost, well, just under 86 degrees for the water. The fish seem to start getting a little bit more active, but they're still not. I mean, it's still like glass on top. Usually that's when they're just killing the top water. So, yeah, with the landline. Heck yeah, 104. That's awesome. That's the most likes I've gotten ever. That's awesome. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, 420. It was fun. I had so yesterday I was able to give away a combo. I've been trying to do it for a while. Finally got 50 people in here, gave it away. But I was joking today, and I was like, you know, if I get 200 people in a live, I'll give away a combo every time I got 200 people. And before I knew it, I had like 102 people in here, and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm gonna put my money where it is. I love you, brother. Yeah, you know it's past my bedtime all the time, but once I've been out here fishing, I'll stay out here dark. You know, Leslie's been letting me go like constantly, but I'm pretty close to getting, you know, my next goal with my YouTube channel. So kind of want to put in a little bit extra time with it, and I'm really enjoying meeting everybody, which is really cool. You know, I was able to do a giveaway yesterday. I got some product reviews I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do some giveaways with those too. So that helps everything. It's kind of cool getting product in people's hands. Yeah, my battery, for some reason, this new phone does not charge. I have a battery pack and it was still at 100%. And it was plugged up to my phone the whole time. But my phone, I looked down, I'm like, why did the screen get dark? Because it shouldn't have got dark. And phone was hot and it was blinking saying it was at 4%. And I'm like, you'll be kidding me. And then I plugged it in to the truck and it was fine. But my old phone was never a problem. I could come out here for 10 hours. As long as I had the battery pack on there, it was happy. Yeah, and yesterday I did not realize I was out here for 7 hours. My head, I had just shaved my head. And I am sunburnt. I'm gonna have to put some lotion on my head. Because someone at work's gonna slap me tomorrow. We got to fight. TW Fishing, what's up? Yeah, but one of the guys hit my my feed afterwards. They're like, man, I did not realize you were out there for 7 hours. I'm like, I did not either. So I know this phone can last for 7 hours without being charged though. So I know that now. No. Cool. I cast to the other side of that log, but it popped back up. Yeah, once my screen starts glowing there, it's time to start working my way out. 106 likes. Thanks, y'all. That's blowing my mind. I don't think I've had over 80 likes. And I definitely had more people in the live today than I ever had before too, so that was cool. So everyone just come in, be sure to sub up and get your notifications. Like, just did giveaways yesterday, gave away actually 2 combos. Next month I'm gonna get notifications on, you'll know when I'm doing that. And this is the Galaxy 26 Ultra. I had the Galaxy 22 Ultra, which I don't want to say was better because the camera's better on this one. Well, I mean, the camera's really about the same, but it can zoom in better. That's for sure. Yeah, I am definitely a Android user. I'm like, always have been, always will be. Work kind of talked me into getting an Apple for 1 year, and I was so mad. I hated that thing. All right, I know there's only 13 y'all. I know y'all have heard it. If you get a chance afterwards, when I turn this thing off here in a minute, y'all go check out my releases tab. That's where all my music gets released. And I actually just put in 2 more songs that just went live just while I was live. But and actually one of them is about the community of fishing people that I met doing my lives. So that's I was surprised when I wasn't even being charged, and it lasted that long. Now when it died quick. ABC, I missed your question, brother. Hold on a second. When am I going live next? I did not answer you, and I did not see that. I don't know. I got family coming over tomorrow. I could go live, but I probably won't, depending on the weather. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law coming over, and I really want to spend some time with them. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I got the best in-laws in the world, and mother-in-laws, who we're all afraid of them. I've been blessed with 2 excellent mother-in-laws, and they don't even listen to my live, so they're never going to hear me say that. I wouldn't tell them anyway because I don't want to mess a good thing up. So, yeah, man, I make music. I got stories in my life all through them. Oh, thought something was going on a little funny. Trolling motor is still on. He didn't. Yeah, I make music, definitely. Rhino, what's up? Yeah, I really do like this phone. It's just like it took me forever to figure out how to turn on my notifications for my text messages. I mean, it wasn't even giving me the little red dot to tell me I had a text message. No sound, no nothing. And that kind of aggravated me. But yeah, yeah, 420. It's oh, I can just say COD. I'm gonna start calling you COD. um, they had it's just stories of my life. I'm not a musician, and I'm not gonna pretend to be one. Uh, I won't try and take that away from people who are magicians. I respect, not magicians, musicians. I respect them. So they do something I could never do. And I apologize to the family in church all the time because they got to hear me sing. The ones that are sitting right in front of us. And but I've had songs in my head for like 20 years, like Calling In Well, and I put all those together. Once the technology was there, I could do that. I write them and I put them in AI, and it puts a song. I tell them what kind of song. It's kind of like Chris Stapleton-ish, I guess, is what it kind of turned into. I kept playing with it until I got it where I like it, and I like magicians too. They're awesome. I know Simon and Kyle don't like them, but I do. But like I said, it's all stories of my life. I'm streaming in like 35 countries, or at least 35 countries, and I'm on every streaming platform. If you listen to YouTube Music, that actually helps me the most. But you know, the other stuff's cool. But I won't be one of them guys who will lie to you and tell you, yeah, it's my music, and I did 100% of it, because I didn't. But the songs are mine, and I have the copyrights to them, and I own them, and the lyrics and everything are mine. See, I'm great in the shower, and I've always noticed no matter what song I'm singing, what cover, I harmonize. The louder the radio is, the better my harmonizing is. That helps a lot. I've never had anyone complain about my singing when the radio is on 10. But yeah, like I just released Catfishing and Redneck Real Estate are my two that I just Redneck Real Estate. I wrote that a few months ago and actually forgot about it because I was gonna wait a week or two to release it because I had just released some, and I think I have like 113 songs out. And then Catfish is the other one. And Catfishing is pretty much about the fishing community that I found doing the lives. I feel you there. Yes, I do. Thanks, ABC. I appreciate you, Ron. You're a good kid, man. But like like one I did just for fun. It was just I was actually gonna just do it just for fun. Kings of the Valley, but I was like, oh, that's kind of a banger, and that was just a fun one about me and my dog. It was just because I actually did a little AI picture thing. Of it was one that was going around, one of the little fad things where you had the animal was real big and you were like normal sized, and I did that, and I was like, oh, let me make a song for it, just for giggles, and I threw one together, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like that, and so I posted it. But like I got ones about my daughters, I got ones about my sons. Any one of the spicy songs is about my wife, uh, and I like doing the saucy songs about my wife, and because the ladies at church listen to my music too. And whenever I do like the honeydew list, like that one, I'd rather be at home doing my honey instead of doing my honeydew list. Uh, oh, I heard that saucy song Jason made about you. She gets all embarrassed, and I love it. It cracks me up. It's like one of my highlights of my life. Can't get close enough. Like a country song. All those are, the adult songs. Mommy daddy songs. There we go. Call them that. Come on, everybody, ride the train. Choo choo. BX Brat, Homer's buddy, ripping lips, baby. All right, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna screenshot. I didn't think about that. That's what I should have done yesterday. So now I got a screenshot of it so I won't forget. Because even if I do forget, when I look at my pictures, I'll be like, well, why did I screenshot that? And I'll look at it. So next time you get down here, I'll let you know I ordered one. Maybe two. Because I definitely want to, y'all have any suggestions for me what to try, just let me know. I'll get it and I'll try it. I ain't scared. But my big butt needs to get up off the kayak and get it loaded up and get my butt home and get a shower, get in bed. And I said I got to get up early. Yeah, you gotta try anything once. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, there's a 3 foot and a 6 foot. Well, now I can't wait to see what it is. I thought it was gonna be like a little lure. Oh, okay, I got you. Silk, what's up? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. I was like, good night. So I might have to put this thing in a backpack by itself, get its own boat. So, this is a Pelican Catch 100. I traded for it last year. I traded a pistol for 2 of them, and I kind of patchworked this one together to what I want. So if I ever get another one, I have a bunch of stuff to put on it. But I got outriggers on it. I got a bar across there with a table. I got my depth finder, which is stuck in the mud right now. In the seat, I actually put wood right there to raise the seat up. It gets me a little bit further away from the water. Gets me up just a little bit higher. So, helps me fit in here a little bit better. I don't feel so cramped. I feel I got some more leg room with that. Of course, it looks like I got plenty of leg room. Oh, excuse me. Now, Ryan, you're not supposed to ask a lady that. Man, the table is like so convenient. It kind of sucks because I was holding a crankbait on the side of it earlier because it's got holes in it. So you can put hang baits on it. My cup holder does too, and so you can just put a whole bunch of lures, just hang them there. And I brought my hand down really quick, and I stuck it in my thumb earlier. Kind of sucked. Slurry, that song's about all y'all. I don't know if you caught that or not. Ryan, I'm 52, bro. I turned 52 in February. I'm an old man. Yeah, I wish I would have had a pedal kayak. It's not in my budget right now. I got this one that functions, so until this one sinks, and it probably won't unless I shoot it on accident. So, but yeah, if you can get a pedal one or something like that, I think it's great. Go for it. But you're right, kayaks are perfect. I mean, that's where it's about to go, and I can put in anywhere. Just for the record, I did not rotate my head. I just rotated the neck thing. There you go. Yeah, there's some kayaks that have the pedal thing right here, and you can pull that out and exchange it with the motor, and put the motor right down right there. Like, it's actually right like this little square. Come on, really? That little square right there. They'll have like a little panel you can pull up and you can change it out. It's really cool and expensive. But still, make sure you, I'm getting ready to get off here. Make sure you, do you do content, first of all? Make sure you subscribe and hit one of my shorts or something and leave a comment, and I'll get a notification for that, and I'll hit you back. This whole community in here, a lot of people, we all subscribe to each other and help each other out. That's just what we do. In fact, oh dude, it's a game changer. I love it. And I mean, everyone helps each other, supports. I mean, I got one of the guys right now is playing on my TV, so he's getting more hours right now. I'm not even watching him. He's on my TV at home. It's just helping out. But but yeah, we're just talking about the song Catfishing that I just released. It's under my releases tab. That's actually about the fishing community, more or less, that I met in the last month or so, doing lives in here. Silk City Angler. That's awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and subscribe up, so that way we'll be ready when you get going. We're on it. Keep coming in here. Earlier we had the live got split up. I did something that you'll never hear another content creator do. One of our Outland, what's up? One of our other friends was doing a live, and afterwards I told everyone, I said, go watch him. He's, you'll never see a content creator do that, but that's the kind of stuff we do in this with our little community we got going on here, and I think it's really cool. Oh yeah, it's much darker than my phone says. In a minute, I'm gonna have to turn on my lights on the back of my truck just so I can see. But the one thing I do better than fishing is I run my mouth really well. And once I get up and I start loading everything, I'm not gonna be able to see the comments. And I was enjoying talking with all y'all. And I know I got a couple hours of battery. And I got 110 likes, and that's like super dope because that's like now the new highest I've ever gotten. See, you're with your people, man. I understand. And I'm still not seeing any top water. That's what's making me sick about this. Usually this lake has got top water all day, every day, and I ain't seeing crap for top water right now. I'm gonna start getting my poles ready to go back, get an old girl. Do, 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 do. The gift of gab. Yeah, and I try to do giveaways. I gave away 2 combos yesterday by accident. I meant to only give away 1, but that's okay. I'm a man of my word, so we gave away 2. Then next month, which is only a couple weeks away, we're going to give away another combo. That's just that part of it. We also have the fact that, like I said, getting ready to start doing content. Well, when you do, I'm going to start walking, y'all, so you're going to be looking at the ground a lot. I apologize for that. When you start making content, you got people in here who will support you and they'll help you get your hours and all that, and make sure you got enough subscribers so you can do go lives and post and everything. And that's just my page. These guys all got pages and they got other people following them, and all that good stuff, and it's just a really good community. And we got people of all ages, you know, just all the way down to 13. I'm not going to point any fingers at ABC or nothing like that. You know, but and then all the way up to, we got guys in their 80s. And like I said, just kind of all looking out for each other. I knew I had another piece of trash in there. You take it in, bring it in, take it out. Yeah, I absolutely love it out here. It's so peaceful. It's like I never get bothered. I've only had to run a small handful of people off. Unfortunately, though, I think they've figured out my work schedule. So I keep finding their trash in here. I'm gonna take a day off and just come sit in the woods one day and find out. I know where they're going because they always leave their trash, but I don't know who it is, so they're never here when I come in. So, because like I said, they learn my schedule. That's okay. I can learn theirs too, so yeah. I'm in central Alabama. 11, it's getting worse. Yeah, I can't stand it. And, you know, public land or whatever, that's bad enough. But these people are coming on someone's land. They're trespassing. They're coming on without permission. They're putting the owners at risk, you know, because liability and all that. The real snaky woods and stuff. And there's aggressive coyotes up in here. And, you know, most coyotes are not aggressive, but there's a couple of them that got mange and stuff. And then around mating season, they get real. But anyways, if there's an accident, there's always a possibility of a lawsuit against the owners of the property, and that's not cool because you're not even supposed to be out here. I signed a permission thing to saying that I'm liable for any injuries and all that stuff because I did it the right way. And I didn't even ask to come out here. I just said if you knew any place so I could take my son fishing that's not overfished, you know, just give me a heads up. That's all I asked. And he was like, you know this lake? And I'm like, yeah. I've been looking for the owners for like 15 years. She's like, yeah, pretty much you just found them. That's almost how it all went. Not so sexy talking-ish, but yeah. And I was just helping them out. That's all I got. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, this is, well, yeah, you can kind of see it, I guess. Let's see if I can turn my light on. I don't know if I can do that while I'm streaming. Huh, my battery's getting low again. Did my light come on? Nope. But this is my kayak. Let's see if I can turn my, I need to turn this on anyway, even though it's gonna bring all the skeeters out. There you go, we can see it a little bit better now. This is my kayak. It's like, when I say it's a patchwork situation, it's a patchwork situation. Theodore, okay. Yeah, this thing, it reminds me of an X-Wing fighter. And like I said, I got a big old trolling motor on it, much bigger than it needs to be. I had a buddy who had a 20-foot pontoon boat. He had a 50-pound trolling motor on it. I got a 62-pound trolling motor on my kayak because America, you know, why not? No, you may have, to be honest with you. All I know is I was like, hey, we need to get together and go fishing, and I got freaked out when you told me you were a kid. Oh, the bats are out here. That's good. That's good. They're gonna help me with the mosquito situation. They're about the only animal out here I'm not worried about. Yeah, I was sitting there talking with ABC, and he's a good kid. I mean, he's just polite, well-mannered, you know, keep up with conversations and stuff. And I was like, man, we need to find out he's over and just a couple hours away from me. And I'm like, sure, we need to get together and go fishing sometime. You know, I'm thinking like meet in the middle or something, you know. And he's like, I'm 11. I thought he said 13. And I'm like, oh crap. You know, people go to prison for this stuff. So, but appreciate you telling me, man. So, but oh yeah, speaking of which, yeah, so ABC's in here all the time, so I'm gonna let him be a moderator in here, kind of help out with, because he sees everything that goes on. My main thing is I just want everyone to be respectful every now and then, and you know, we all want to grow our channels, and the one thing that I hate is you can tell when you're getting a little bit bigger, because you start getting the trolls and you start getting the people who are just out there trying to make everyone miserable. All right, ABC, you should be a moderator now. Yeah, man, you be good. Appreciate you. No, you digging them? Yeah, man, give me a shout. All my information's on my bio. I'm easy to get in touch with. I make it real easy for everybody. I'm one of them open door folks. Like, even when I had my surgery last year, I told everyone, everyone's like, we're gonna miss you, and I'm like, well, come on over. I got open door policy, you know that. Just if you come around the back, I don't have curtains on the door. I might be sitting around in my underwear, just giving you heads up. You know, I don't know, which I didn't at all, but I ain't against it. I'm just saying. Well, you want to give them a warning first. You don't want to just kick them out. Yeah, y'all have a good night. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Sub up. If go to one of my shorts, I'll get a notification and I'll definitely sub back. And the only reason why I say that is because I want to sub back. And one thing that YouTube kind of sucks about is giving you a notification when someone subs to you. I put on like 1,800 subs at one point, and I only got like 5 notifications. It's like, really? Well, it wasn't that many. It's like 1,300. Sorry, but it's just, but still, that's like ridiculous numbers. All right, Slurry, be good, brother. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off so y'all don't hear me grunting lifting my kayak up, and then throw my phone back on charge. But I really enjoyed talking with everybody, man. That was awesome. I appreciate all the support, and just y'all be good, and I'll see you next time. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday before I come back live again. You too. And I got, like I said, I got the when I talk to you next time. Well, you can look at my bio if you want to get in touch with me otherwise, but I'll let you know I got that. So, all right, y'all be good. Thanks, y'all.